Look, I'm just trying.
I'm gonna go downstairs and do a game of pickup basketball.
Trying to start the show.
Lane.
This stream is brought to you by Hammond.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, hand to the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took a red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah, I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Late Night Culture Show. We're starting off with all 100 of you here over on YouTube, and we have some humans over on Rumble. We have some humans watching us on Twitter. Welcome, one and all. I am very excited to be here, and I have an incredible panel this evening. More are likely on the way, but we start with the lovely lady to my left, right on the screen, and it is the amazing Six. How are you this evening, dear?
Well, one of my cats took a dump, like right at the beginning of the intro song, just down the hall, and I almost bailed. Not gonna lie.
It was bad, huh?
Yeah. But other than that, I'm doing all right.
Luckily, she had that 10 minutes to clean it up.
Are you going to be selling it on eBay by chance?
Oh my! I don't know. It sounds a little rough, but I'm glad you're here, Six. It's been a couple of weeks, and I appreciate when you're here every time. Next to the lovely Six is the bald one. His name is Brahmable. He knows about bourbon and boarding and stuff.
Yeah, thanks for coming on the show last night. And
it was a good time, and I'm glad you're here.
Had a good time.
You know what?
Then we got up and did it again this morning.
That's right. We had a good time this morning. We're having a good time. Whoa. But no, Brahma's really taking off on Rumble, folks. If you are not subscribed to him over there, check him out. He did some great stuff. He's gaining subscribers over there. He's gaining subscribers over there. He's doing quite well. It feels good to actually see things happening over on Rumble. So if you haven't tried it yet, or you tried it before and didn't like it, give it another try, because things are better now. There's no arguing that. They've
been updating it left and right. I mean, all kinds of stuff is new over there. So it's becoming a competitor for YouTube. I like it.
It is. Yeah, and there's a decent chance that every once in a while you'll see me make the front page in the entertainment category over there. I've done it about 3 times so far, but do check that out. And of course, we have to move on to the man who basically has the Millennium Falcon on lock in his own.
Hey, I trademarked that. What are you doing, bro?
That was a good idea. It was an excellent suggestion, so I thought I'd go ahead and do it.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Because we had enough time with the intro playing that I could go and find it and download it and put it in my computer and put it on the desktop.
Yeah, you definitely, you definitely need to figure out a way to make that actually happen, so you actually can go into Lightspeed while you're sitting.
Right?
Yeah, make it move.
That would be kind of cool. I'll work on that.
Did you remove the compressor before installing that?
Oh boy, there we go. Force Awakens reference, and that voice from beyond, the man that I am very amused by and occasionally raid, our good friend, Fat Steven. What's up, Fat Steven?
It's been busy since January. I haven't been around in a while. Usually Sundays are my day off. So here, I got a day off on my day off.
Well, I'm glad you're here on your day off. I really do appreciate your time. You are a very busy person. You make many much other people look good, and that's a rare commodity these days. So a great amount of thanks goes to this man down
Takes
here.
a fat guy to make other people look good. Thanks.
That's true. That's true. Speaking of making other people look good, we have our good friend Jacob from Society Reviews and Bounding into Comics, and he watches more movies than you do. It's just the truth. How's it going tonight, Jacob? You doing all right?
I mean, I was doing all right until I had to wait like 7 minutes just to talk about myself. Holy crap. I was like, what the hell is that?
You think they put you in front, right? Because, you know, we're trying to be inclusive and diverse in this day and age. We're taking lessons.
It's not even on camera.
Look at the color of his avatar, though.
I just fixed the thing that was bothering me. So there we go.
It's a sweet
You
avatar.
didn't want Jason with you?
Well, I can mess that up.
You're too vain. You'll definitely turn it back on within a minute. Yeah, there you go.
Why do you guys do this to me? All right.
Because it's easy.
Anyway, we do check out my Rumble stream, folks. Rumble is where it's going to be at. I will be looking at Rumble rants over there as well on the stream. And I just want to get started right away. Is there anything any of you would like to talk about that isn't Jonathan Majors?
Sure.
I do have one thing.
Okay. Whoop it out.
A very, very important, crucial thing.
You just told you
Whoop it out.
Last Thursday,
Okay.
we had Cameron Pasha on the show. And we had a Culture Casino raid.
Oh, my.
And I want to thank you for that. I don't know if you actually sent them or if they just decided to come over on their own.
No. I told him to go head on over to watch your thing, of course. What do you
That
know?
video has blown up. We are near 2,000 views over the weekend.
Yeah.
You are criminally undersubbed. You make great things. You do wonderful live streams. You have unique guests, sometimes big shots. I don't know why you don't have like 11 billion subscribers. I just don't.
Well, Culture, I got to thank you too, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have hit landmark of 5,800 tonight. So from your raid this week, you did really
wow.
good.
Well, thank you very much. Like I said, I'm very grateful to the people that raid me. You came into my chat while you were gaming, and I was like, you know what? We're going to send a raid your way. So that's just the way it is. I really do. I like that feature. I just hope I hope everybody starts using it more.
Well, if the redirect, there's one thing I've been starting doing. If you don't have if the redirect doesn't work in other channels, because a lot of channels don't know about this, especially smaller ones or ones new to YouTube.
Right.
What you can do is before your stream ends, is you just pull up a random channel from a feed of entertainment that has not many people watching, and just type in your channel raid. Send the link in your chat and just send them over. A lot of these new channels that you've never talked to before are very appreciative, and they do return it later on. It's a way of growing your community without having to lose the community you already have.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right, and I love that. And it's really, you're right. It's very much that simple. I see a new name, John Puma. Good to see you.
Don't you have to give channels permission to raid yours?
If you leave that area blank, Everybody can do it. If you put a channel in there, it's only the channels that you name.
It kind of not really. There's actually two options. There's an option to allow all channels to do it, or you can set it up for specified channels.
Exactly.
But if they don't have that on, all you do is pop the link in the chat. I usually throw their stream up on my Streamlabs when I'm done, and everyone just watches the raid, and you get to watch the reaction. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, because who waits till a stream ends before leaving? I mean, I don't.
I know everyone leaves when mine starts, so I know.
Yeah.
This one never ends, so everybody stays.
It does too.
Those are called commercials.
Yeah, the times when I'm not streaming is your commercial breaks. Speaking of which, I want to say thank you. Tripping Orc dropped 10 gifted memberships to the channel. Thank you for that. All names must be green. I love you guys. You are amazing.
Fantastic.
And Caffeinated Me says Culture Casino Kingmaker. No. But I understand why you would think that. I do know this. Our good friend Pinochet's Helicopter Tours is already dropping super chats here in the YouTube side thing. I was told by some dude on the internet named Tom to come by here to try and find validation. I got the feeling that Tom guy just wanted me to go away. Probably true. Yeah, probably true. But we are live, and I am very grateful that you guys are all here. I've got 13 watching over on. I have no way to know on. Does anybody know how to check out who's watching you on Twitter? I don't even know how that works.
You should have viewers live. Go to your Twitter feed, and it'll say live, and it should have a video with a number underneath it.
How are you doing that, by the way?
You can set it up either within StreamYards or Restream or making a custom. You should link right to your Twitter.
I don't have because I use OBS, and I don't have any way of getting the URL and the stream key for Twitter. At least
you have 2 viewers.
It's easy.
It's much easier on Twitter than it is on Rumble.
What you could do, Jason, is if you're not a huge fan of StreamYards, check out Restream or one of those. They do the multi-stream platforms and use that as the connector to all the other channels.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I actually have a plugin in OBS that lets me go to as many URLs as I want.
That's sweet.
Really?
Yeah.
Multicast.
Yeah.
I need to look at that. But I just want to say this. Thank you very much, Pinochet. And we did get a member chat. Thank you for grabbing that. I appreciate that so much. 6 is the best, by the way. Love it. This is what you miss. When 6 is not here, I miss member chats. So this one is member for 4 months, Rewards Club member. Thank you for that. Hope Chapek testifies at Alonso and McCarthy's trials. Yes, we all.
I really want to go to Discovery.
You know what's really creepy about that? That the woman that's representing both of them, why does she look like Red from the Fraggles?
Oh, you mean Glazer and Weil, that law firm? Yeah, we were talking about that this morning. I think I have no idea why she looks like that.
She looks like a Fraggle. Look her up.
She does. Indeed. All right, well let's say hi to a few people, and then we're going to jump into our first story, which is going to be Jonathan Majors. I'm sorry, but we have to do it.
Why did he do something?
Apparently not, but we'll get to that more in depth in that story in just a moment. We got Y Destroyer 3466 via Polomies Minion CC Karaoke Liger Fan Diaz Ford Elizabeth Young Maybe Human D Bud Martin Aaron Ratliff The Common Nerd. We've got David Glenn. Good to see you, my friend. We've got Mecha J, Weatherman. We've got Monkey Jeebus. We've got SP4H. We've got Dragon Master 360. We've got James Villanueva. We've got CB Spock. I love that name. We've got Rob Altus in the house. Anonymous Gamers here. What's going on? We've got Darcipio. We've got E. Clay Thomason. We have got Sci-Fi from ET. Wait, you're on the panel, dude.
I am.
Anyway, we got let's see, more and more people. Smokey from I think New Zealand, but Smokey's here. We got a few other folks rolling in. Atma Manish. We've got G-Dog, Railway Nation Gaming. We've got a couple more folks. Scott Cook is here. Jerry Minoz is here. We've got Tripping Orc. Thanks once again for those wonderful memberships. That was very generous indeed. Cashcaster is here. I hope to see him in Vegas. We got Tender Warrior 68. We've got Sam. What's up? Sam Adams is here. Good to see Sam. We've got a few other folks rolling in here that I get to. Pinochet, of course, who I've already mentioned, and thank you for the super chat. Daniel Hall is in the house, and Radioactive is here as well. We've got Matt G, and let's see, a few more. Oh, Sassy is here. What's up, Sassy? We've got Pop Cycle. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Who else do we got? We've got
The boss is here.
Fat
up.
Stevens, Tiny Booty. That's right.
That's right. It follows me everywhere. Picks up my change.
There you go. And we've got my boss in the chat. Thank you for catching that, Six. Appreciate it. Luke is here. Yell, holler, whatever that guy wants. We've got the Atlantean sending us a super sticker. We've got Tim Tringle. There we go. I have a hard time with that one. Keck 44, the greatest master of mods, the mensch of wrenches, Eric K, and my good friend. Let's see. Oh, Becky is here. What's up, Becky? Sorry, we've got Appion, we've got Vertical Horizons, Caffeinated Me, we've got Mephisto's movie reviews. What is up, my friend? We've got a few other folks rolling in the door. I gotta grab, and then we can get going. Sorry, guys. I think I mentioned John Puma already. We've got, hey, there's Six. Hi, Six. You're on the panel. We've got 11 Alpha here as well, and there's Shellbach. What's up, Shellbach? We've got Brahma. You're on the panel. Thanks for saying hi to people. We've got Stuntbrat777. Good to see you, dear. There's the Atlantean right there, and let's see. Wait, this is RVZN karaoke. Oh, awesome! Welcome. Just here for the premium lurking. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Dr. Martin von Nordstrand is here. Good to see you, my friend. Let's see. More and more folks are rolling in the door. My goodness. Jaffo is here. What's going on? We've got John Edgar here. We've got Dark Anubis here. Good to see you. Max Mercer is here. We've got so many more folks. Let's see. Jin Karaya is here. Great to see you, my friend.
Here's why the stream goes so long.
Jim Dungeon, it's all my fart. You're correct. Morb, what's up, Morb?
Your fart?
All
Kevin,
your
Is that what
parts.
he
Did you just say all my fart?
so
No.
clipping that?
Oh my god!
Dalu.
Fart admitted it.
TX Envoy, which I think is Texas Envoy would be my guess. There's Fat Elvis smashing thumbs. There's my lovely the boss, Dr. Bravo, Mirrodin, and Grim's here. There's the super sticker from our good friend, the Atlantean. My goodness, Philip Gaming is here. You guys stink. Come on.
He's just jealous because he doesn't get this many people in his chat.
Brightest Day is here. All right, we're good. All right, Darcipio, I already said hi to. Okay, so we're good. All right. Yeah, everybody's passing out. All right, here we go. U.S. Army, in response to the issue that was complained about and he was taken to jail for.
Wait, he was arrested?
Yes.
He was arrested and the ex-girlfriend recanted, and now he's out of jail, but these guys are still keeping it on pause.
Right. And that's what's happening here. So the U.S. Army has decided to put on pause his multi-million-dollar ad campaign featuring him after his arrest, even though, as Fat Steven said, the girlfriend, the lady who was upset that he was texting another woman, dropped the charges.
Well, the thing, it was kind of faulty to begin with. First of all, why didn't you go the day of the assault, and why the next day did you go to the hospital to get everything checked out? The second thing is that this man's 33. Can you believe that?
Can I believe what?
This man's 33.
He looks older.
Yeah, I would have guessed closer to 45.
89. This man was born in 89. So, like, pretty much, they said there was video. Supposedly there should have been cab video if this was true, right? Because cabs usually have the recording all the time.
Yeah.
As soon as passengers coming in. But she recanted supposedly today, and he was out of jail like a couple hours later last night, wasn't it? Or,
Well, yeah, but
Well, I mean, that is on par for New York City, though.
yeah, I
so.
mean, it's the catch and release program in New York City, so they just booked him and then said, "See ya." I mean, they booked him and then he booked it. But anyway, Jonathan Major's lawyer says there's evidence proving the actor is entirely innocent and expects charges to be dropped imminently. And this was at 9:56 in the morning today. So lots of things developed after Brahm and I covered this this morning early on in the day over on Rumble as an exclusive. So yeah.
this supposedly happened at 11 a.m. the day before, correct?
Yeah.
He was arrested at 11 a.m. on Saturday. The whole thing started the night before when they were at the bar.
Yeah.
They were at the bars drinking and then got into a taxi to go home.
Yep.
And
And they spent nights in separate places. Then he was arrested.
Supposedly the ex or the girlfriend, whatever you want to call it, was just pissed off and throwing a fit because supposedly he was talking and texting to another woman on his phone.
Right.
And that's where all these accusations came into effect.
Now, I would love to have a conversation with the police who went on record on when this story broke, was it late last night, saying that there was visual evidence of some kind of altercation that required a possible hospital visit as well. So if everything is now being like, oh, okay, that didn't happen, it was like, well, what was the evidence that warranted him being arrested in the first place?
Didn't they say that she had marks around her neck?
Yep.
Signs of strangulation and
Strangulation.
And some
they have to
lacerations
arrest?
as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of strangulation,
Somebody makes an accusation like that, don't they have to make an arrest?
well,
Oh no, they do, and that's the problem. Anytime there's a domestic dispute like that, you're
Somebody's
100%
going to
right.
jail.
Yeah, somebody is. I mean, that's just the way it is. But no, 6, that was excellent. No, you pointing that out because that's true. And again, I mean, some of it's probably spillover here from the Believe All Women campaign. But look, if somebody,
But they said he's been charged now, or no?
well, he was charged, but
He
now
had been charged.
she's recanted.
According to his lawyer.
Well, no,
I
mean,
didn't read it. Is it that actual individual, or is it other two people? Because here's the thing, I read that, and I'm like, wait a minute here. Are people reading into this what they think they are reading into it, or what the truth is? Because this is not the first time this individual's had issues like this. We're learning now.
No, there's
I'm
a lot of
wondering-
people coming out of the woodwork.
Exactly.
saying
So I'm wondering
he's
if these two
been like this a
recounted-
long time.
These two recanted cases, are these two previous cases, or is that one of these this case and somebody else?
Well,
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
His lawyer is making it seem like that this whole thing is going to go away in a matter of
Exactly.
days.
And
But
that's what I'm saying
hasn't
is
been the official
there's a lot of
word
people
yet.
have been running on Twitter like this is some like end all be all. I'm like, wait a minute, time out, kids. This is his lawyer talking. Of course he's gonna make him sound innocent.
Yeah.
the thing is, it's already out there.
I mean, I'm just saying it's an innocent until proven guilty thing, but this happened in a cab. There's supposedly camera footage, which
Video,
his
yeah.
lawyer did say. And and there's also all these other things that are combined with this. So we'll have to wait and see what comes out of this. So yeah.
At the end of the day, it's already out there on the public forum known as the court of Twitter. So no matter what, even if we look at the way Justin Roiland has been cleared and stuff like that and thrown out, it's already out there. People are going to call for blood and automatically think he's guilty no matter what. It doesn't matter what the lawyer says or the court say. It's pretty much going to be a battle of public affairs and how your public image is. And right now it's against the furnace.
Well, look at how the media is portraying him. Every article that I've seen,
Yep.
and I don't know this man, I've never seen him on a red carpet or in an interview, but he has a very serious look on his face. There hasn't been one picture that I've seen attached to these articles where he's even remotely smiling. So the media is already trying to portray him as a mugshot.
But that's what's weird because they were trying to promote him as like the best thing ever in film right now when it came to being the next super villain for Disney as well as the co-star for Creed. So it's kind of like, oh, Jonathan Majors. Like, remember how they were all propping him up a couple weeks ago?
Something, and that's an interesting point there about the look on his face. I frequently, for Saturday mornings, I'm always looking for headshots because if we're doing a story on somebody like Paul Rudd or
Right.
James, Zack Snyder or James McAvoy or whatever, I get a photograph to put on a graphic.
Yeah.
And we put this thing up, and more often than not, if I'm looking for performers of certain ethnicities, their photographs on the red carpet are frequently much more serious. Because I always try to look for a friendly smile or something like that because we're looking at the camera and smile for the camera type thing. And it's harder to find for, I don't want to say people of color, but African Americans especially, and I don't know why that is. Because you're at an event, you're having fun, you're supposed to be having a good time. Smile for the camera. But it's I don't know if this is just a thing, a cultural thing, and this is ignorance on my part because I don't know why it's so hard to find photographs on the publicity stuff where they look like they're having a good time.
Well, I was sharing an image earlier. If anyone from the Ebony culture, can we share this quickly? So pretty much he has the same face even on Ebony when he was doing that shoot. If everyone remembers this.
Yeah.
So I think that's just his face. I don't think he has him pretty much when it comes to that. When it comes to photos, maybe he's always trying to maintain this certain image where he's always serious and devoted to his job or his character. Who knows? But he's sitting on the middle of that chair pretty awkwardly.
Holy cow!
Mm-hmm.
Shags is here.
Hi,
Hey,
Shag. Is it the Shag down now?
Look at him.
what's going on?
Look at that. Look at the.
You look like a Shaolin
Take
monk.
me off the big screen. I don't want to be on the big screen.
No, make him bigger.
and bacon.
And bigot.
and
Right.
big.
Enhance.
We have a full panel, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. We've got the bearded one. Mr. Flu joined us, and the amazing Tom, who you heard voice of moments ago. But look, we should always presume innocence in any situation like this. I think that's always the better part of us that assumes that there's innocence to be had. Right now, this is, of course, from the Daily Beast, and while they're not entirely accurate very often,
Ever.
occasionally, they do give us this story, which is Jonathan Majors' attorney claims victim has recanted assault allegations.
Yeah.
Just real quick, not only that, but the lawyer went as far to say that there's video evidence that's going to exonerate my Majors that is supposed to be released sometime soon. Now, you can't make a statement like that and not deliver on said evidence that's going to clear your name as well. So hopefully they're not setting this up to where they think that, this will all just go away and people won't question what was said after the fact.
Yeah, because the question is, will we
didn't they
see
talk to the
publicly?
taxi driver too?
Well, I mean, they're going to have to get the footage if it's not already in their possession. So I would imagine that's evidence. It's either exculpatory or it's damning. There's only two versions of that footage at this point. So like I said, I mean, but if she recanted this afternoon, it looks like that was at 2:30ish that Corbin updated his report here. Corbin Dallas. Anyway, sorry.
Or was someone paid?
And that's and some folks in the chat have suggested that Disney wrote a check, and that's quite possible, or even Majors himself. But I'm willing to give people benefit of the doubt here. So according to the attorney for Majors, the woman that claimed who accused him of assaulting her on Friday night has withdrawn her allegations and submitted statements.
So he did say that. All right.
Yeah, says Jonathan Majors is completely innocent and is provably a victim of an altercation with a woman he knows, his girlfriend, who was pissed off he was texting another woman. We are quickly gathering and presenting evidence to the DA with the expectations that all charges will be dropped imminently. The evidence includes video footage from the vehicle, so they already have it, where this episode took place, witness testimony from the driver and others who saw both and heard the episode, and most importantly, 2 written statements, because one wasn't good enough. 2 written statements from the woman recanting these allegations. All evidence proves that Mr. Majors is entirely innocent and did not assault her whatsoever.
See, the problem here is with the Disney stuff is that even if that is true, people are going to think that did happen. You're going to get all these wackos coming out of the woodwork to see if they can get a free payoff as well with fake allegations. So I think that's what we're seeing.
But you know what? You're right, Stephen. But as Tom points out, those woodworking people, those emergence from the woodwork, they've already arrived.
I was just going to say, this is the thing, is whether he's innocent or not at this point is kind of moot, because, I mean, it does matter. Don't get me wrong. But we've already had a lot of people who have kind of smelt blood in the water, and they're like, okay, now's the time. Yep. I've got something to say about this guy, and I'm going to say it. And look, I'm sure I've been in positions like this before, so I got to keep that in mind too, where it's like, look, not everything is always as it seems, but it's not looking good for this guy in this situation, and there's charges being made and this is the thing why we had Mad Mardigan on last night talking about this stuff, is like, cops, especially when it comes to high profile people like this, they're not just going to jump into stuff like this. They're not going to arrest him and charge him with something unless they got good reason. Now, that doesn't mean they're necessarily guilty.
Right.
But that does mean that there was probable evidence or cause, or however you want to call it, to do so. And the allegations that are against him are not real light. And it's bad enough that it's caused the military thing to take a pause on their whole thing. Disney's not going to say anything publicly right now, but we know they've reacted differently to shit like this in the past compared to, say, like Warner's and others have. Ezra Miller. Well,
that's what I was going to say. How different is this than what Ezra Miller did? He choked out a woman, or didn't choke her out.
But the difference here is the studio that's involved here with this guy's future.
Yeah.
Well, Tom,
Disney doesn't really fuck around as much. Like, even if it's an allegation and he comes out to be innocent, that doesn't mean they're not going to give him the boot.
Well, Tom, he also hasn't claimed himself as binary or non-binary yet, so we're still waiting on that.
That's the other thing. That's the other difference between him and Ezra Miller. That's true.
Well, like I said, Disney, who's already gone through a mountain of bad news over the last few months. Now they have the guy who they were hyping up to be the next big superstar actor of the next few years. Their entire lineage of movies for the next 3 or 4 years relies on Jonathan Majors. Like they can't move forward with anything if this turns out to be worse than what we're expecting it to be. So you know that they're looking at this very, very seriously, because it's like, hey, look, we just banked our entire future on this guy, and we're already doing bad enough as it is. I mean, the movie flopped. Ant-Man 3 flopped without all of this.
Didn't I?
Yeah, without all of this. So, I mean, moving forward, if we do have another Ezra Miller situation here, like it's going to be nearly impossible for them to completely pivot in another direction.
But Disney has a way out. And what they're going to do is you're going to see it probably on Monday or Tuesday. They're like, we have now promoted a new form within the company. It goes, I will not hit a woman in a cab. And we'll have all of Disney employees sign it twice.
But I mean, I don't know New York law, but doesn't she have to press charges for anything to happen from this point? I mean, if she's recanting and not pressing charges, and
that's the other dicey thing.
Stand,
I mean, we're talking about New York here. They're not exactly the paragon of,
here's the thing,
justice.
I think this is being considered a domestic situation, and in that situation, again, and this is why I wish Mad was here, because he'd know more about this. But like, depending on the state you're in, and a lot of times in a situation with a domestic, they don't give a shit if it's been recanted or if they don't want charges pressed, because the reason for that is they take that away from the burden of the victim. Right. So it's like in a situation where, like, if a wife is being beaten, of course, the first thing she's going to do is say, I don't want any charges pressed against my husband. Right.
Right.
Well, so they've made these laws now in states to protect the victims in these situations, to where basically if it looks like there's enough cause to intervene, they will press charges and they will stick no matter what the other individual says, simply because this has become an issue. So many, you'll have a situation where so many times the husband will go to jail for abuse, and then the wife will fucking, take away the charges or whatever, and it'll go nowhere. So it's a bunch of wasted time in courts and effort, and then turn around 10 weeks later, you got a dead wife, right? Like, that's the fucking problem. So it's a double-edged sword. So I don't know. I wish I was somebody who was more versed in law to be able to explain this better, but this is my understanding of it. At least in that sense.
I get your explanation. I just
and even like I had a funny story.
That's how it works.
Exactly. And I've even had a funny story where it's like somebody will go to jail generally, and it generally depends on who's the aggressor in the situation. Because I had a funny story about a couple I knew growing up where they were high school sweethearts and they're still together to this day, which is hilarious. But one time the cops showed up because they got called on them, and they were talking about getting in an argument and fighting. Nobody actually threw any fists or anything or hit anybody. But they were arguing, and the girlfriend at the time, I think they're married now, but at the time they were just boyfriend, girlfriend, and she goes, yeah, I was pissed at him for this or that or whatever, and I fucking threw a toaster at him and this, that, and the other. Next thing you know, they start putting her in cuffs. And she's like, what the hell are you doing? He's like, well, you just said you threw a toaster at him. She's like, yeah, and it didn't hit him or whatever. She's like, it doesn't matter. That's assault with a deadly weapon.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, so she ended up getting taken to jail over it.
Mags makes a good point. Rikita would be another good one to look at too, or even illegal.
Exactly. I wish I was more versed in this stuff, but it's like, there are laws in place to protect the possible victims of domestic abuse.
And that's courtesy of Magitech Mag's comment for $2. Thank you for the super chat, saying this is where Rikita would help indeed.
Thank you, Mags.
Either way, it could be called the Slap Dynasty and not the Kang Dynasty anymore.
Okay, so I have this. This is from the Salland Law firm in New York on domestic violence. Arrest process in New York is much like other cases. NYPD and other law enforcement agencies such as the Westchester County Police or a local police department in Poughkeepsie treat these husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, and similar matters as must arrest.
Oh, wow.
The days of telling
Six was saying earlier,
walk it off are long gone. In New York City, as a complainant is presented with a domestic incident report where he or she can summarize what occurred, while the police may also draft this narrative, an alleged victim need not sign this document. So it appears from what I'm reading here, apparently it appears that New York law is that if anybody's accused, then they get arrested.
Yeah, and that's what they're saying.
Well,
6
that
said that earlier. Yeah.
It goes back to what we were saying earlier. If the cops come out, somebody's going to jail in a domestic disturbance
What would be
situation.
funny if the girlfriend actually, or the ex-girlfriend actually knew about this law and that's why she did it.
Well, that needs to be taken into consideration
that
too.
happens a
exactly,
lot.
yeah.
Well,
And especially
yeah,
when it comes with
this-
celebrities, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
New York has
and
been
the-
sued one too many times where they didn't do this. And I mean, how many more stories do we have of people being abused and they get a restraining order, which is a piece of paper. And in New York, they've decided to take away your rights to self-defend yourself. So what are you going to do when they've taken away your rights to do that? Somebody does this to you.
Yeah.
And whether you want to take it back or not, they're not going to deal with that because they get sued. They're not going to deal with any of the questions or any of that stuff. They're just going to arrest whoever it is, whoever they determine the aggressor is, and that way they can't get sued.
Yeah.
That's where this stuff is. It's all about money.
Yeah.
It's not about protecting the victims. It's not about finding the truth. It's about the police department, which isn't 100% your friend in these kind of situations, protecting themselves.
The extreme cynic in me, and this is just on the occasional thought, has to wonder if this whole thing was deliberately done to get us to stop talking about Victoria Alonso.
Well,
And I know that's not the case. I know that's not
that's
the case.
very cynical.
It is. It is. I am jaded. I am old and jaded. Get off
Me
my
too.
lawn. But I see that and I think, okay,
You
what
smell a
does this
little
do?
bit too.
It gets us
That's
talking
okay.
about Jonathan Majors and not talking about Victoria Alonso.
But Jason,
Well,
but
and
Jason,
there-
what happens if
Well, we have some member chats and some super chats to go along with this real quick, and I hate to interrupt the conversation because it's flowing beautifully.
Well, and
but
I had that up there because there was more to this, but yeah,
I'll get to it. I'll bring it back up. But WG sent a member chat saying in the member chat she got kanged. There you go. That was a good joke.
Okay.
We had
Too bad people can't see it.
yeah, because
how do I make that happen?
you touch it.
Copy
click on it.
paste it into your chat.
Oh,
like
I
6
did
used to
that
do
once
for
already.
you, I
I
think.
did that once already.
Would
That's
anyone
why I
find it
edited it for you.
funny though that the same law firm that's handling McCarthy and Alonzo decides
I
to
know.
pick up Majors as well?
That would be weird, right? If Glazer.
That would be
Place
hilarious.
gets involved.
That's not necessarily like the smoking gun most people would think it is, I believe, because Script explained this. Like a lot of times, a lot of these agencies work with certain
The same lawyer firm.
lawyer firms and all that kind of stuff. So it's not abnormal for that to happen. So if they may have had either similar agents or agents from the same same company too.
Exactly. And then, of course, we do have a couple supers I want to jump on just a sec. First of all, Camelbot Killer says...
I don't want to
$2.
disregard it, though, either. I mean,
No.
Stephen.
How dare you?
No. Camelbot Killer for $2 says, CC, now we can play the Hollywood Squares. Can I start? No kidding. There's 9 of us.
I should be in the middle. I'm Paul.
Oh man, you know what? I just thought of this.
What?
This setting up She-Hulk season 2.
It is.
She's going to defend it. I knew it. I knew
We're gonna get a
had
real life
plan.
No,
She-Hulk season 2.
We're going to do another She-Hulkies. I know. I can feel it in my bones. We're going to do another one.
I didn't know you had bones.
It's a Matt Murdock
Oh,
story.
oh,
Okay, this is season 1 of Daredevil. Come on.
Yeah,
that's
the
true.
She-Hulk. Yeah, She-Hulk's are in the
I'm
Daredevil.
sorry, that's Cuck Devil.
I'm pretty sure he's
It's all
boneless.
WandaVision. This is all happening because WandaVision is controlling Jonathan Majors' mind.
Eric K says a very salient point, and then we're going to grab the article Tom has shared. It says, you are assuming the gender of who he is texting. This is true. One way to get that much Hollywood praise. Other allegations also. Indeed, or it could be a misdirect. Gosh, we're cynical here. Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, if Jonathan Majors comes out as non-binary in the next week, he definitely did it.
Yeah, he definitely
I hope
did
he
it.
I hope he identifies as J.K. Rowling just to piss off everybody.
He'll be like, everybody trying to keep me and Juicy in jail.
Yep.
The next thing you know, there's going to be pictures of him and Ezra Miller in a hot tub in Hawaii.
Yep.
And then
Well,
it's on.
I think we all know what the cure all for everything is, and that is just watching you people, and Jonah Hill will make you instantly not a problematic anymore. As Kanye
Hang,
West.
ma'am.
Okay, yeah, and then of course, Tripping Work sends this one. I just want to see Iger's live reaction to this. Me too.
I think he's burying other corpses somewhere else right
No,
now.
there's a lot of corpses being buried right now at the Disney company.
Oh,
Disney
he's
right now,
not
they're-
having a good week, is he?
See, and now Mags is sending for $2.
You got canged.
Yeah, you got canged. Oh wait,
That sounds
James-
racist.
there you go. It does sound weird.
It's not our fault they picked him to play.
They call it the Wu-Kang Clan.
The
Everything
guy is blue
racist.
in the comics, Six. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, what are you gonna say? Just because of the color of his skin, I can't sit there and make fun of him for doing something stupid.
They made fun of Jesse
I mean,
Smollett.
seriously.
God knows how
I
long.
mean, a guy that looks like him beating his wife is just as bad as a guy that looks like me beating his wife, or girlfriend or whatever. So there's nothing racist.
What about your
about
wife's
this.
girlfriend, though?
Hey, I
No, I meant
nobody
the word
beats that
Kang
bitch.
sounds racist.
I know it does, Six, and you're 100%. And I said that before. It's like it's not our fault because the character's blue in the comics. Like he's got blue skin. They picked a black guy to play him. Like they were not very. This is as dumb as the people who decided to call Star Trek Discovery without thinking that STD.
STD is bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Jonah Hex is right. Will Smith versus Kang. That seems like the fight of the century.
Slap,
Would that be a
slap.
Kang
On
match?
those slap fights on Rumble.
There you go. Super chat from Pinochet's Helicopter Tours for $5. $5. Make you holla. Some MCU inside militant extremist sabotaging majors over Alonso's outing. Sure. That sounds good. The story goes much deeper with way more 3-letter agencies involved. I love that idea.
I would
Pinochet.
love to think that's the case. And again,
That
I don't
would be
want to
so
disregard
great.
Steven's thinking there, but like this would have had to been so planned, right? Like that's
Well,
just the
Tom, it makes a great point though. If we actually look at their new conference that's coming up in September, guess who one of the supporters are? A 3-letter government organization beginning with the letter C.
Is for Cookie.
No.
Well, and I continue to say that there are always other shoes about to drop, and whatever the story is, you give it a week, it plays out, and it completely changes whatever the dynamic is where it started. So we haven't seen the end of this one, but I just find the timing suspicious, and that's just me, but.
I think it's more of a Murphy's Law thing than anything. I could be wrong here, but
Yeah, that could be too.
In the next week, we'll probably see a deep fake of the taxi video where she's yelling, "This is MAGA country," and he was defending himself.
Oh, wow.
They'll
Mags?
just Photoshop Ant-Man.
you
and
really
the Wasp
changed the
and have-
dynamic of that one real quick.
Rama, you didn't see the noose?
The noose?
Yeah, it was hanging from the rearview mirror.
Hanging out of his pants.
The taxi driver was also in on it.
I heard the news today. Oh boy.
You see, and that's the problem is assuming your garage pull is a problem.
We'll have a summit at Subway. Smollett will be leaving.
Well, I mean, it's the sensationalism of it all. Why we're sitting here talking about all that stuff. He's a star. Disney, they were going to do stuff with him and all this stuff, as Jacob said earlier. And I want to hear the facts come out. It's like what happened in the Rittenhouse case. It's like the whole thing with Trump getting indicted and all this stuff. I could give a rat's ass what you guys are telling me now until a juror of 12 hopefully sane people, as opposed to what we've been getting at jurors lately for these things, takes a look at it, looks at the evidence, gives him and the complainant a fair shake,
right,
and a fair look at this stuff, and then they render a verdict. As long as it's fair and all, they don't, the prosecutors don't hide evidence like they've been doing across the board for years, just to get their conviction rates up. As long as they're fair on that stuff, I'm good with that. The problem that I have is I don't think he's going to be able to get a fair trial in New York.
Well, it
I
doesn't
just
sound
don't.
like it's going
I
to go
think-
to trial the way it's. I mean,
Yeah,
Well,
Well, I mean,
this
that's the
is
stuff that's out there right now. That doesn't mean anything.
yeah, this
It's
is my
it's all
problem.
about, and I'll finish this just real quick, Jacob. I'll throw it to you. That corrupt DA in New York, it's all up to him as to whether or not
Bragg.
they charge them. Right?
Yeah.
Jacob, go ahead. Sorry.
So that's to say, like, this could still go like either way because, like I said, they are corrupt. So yeah, it could be in a situation where they completely try to like railroad him on here, or at the same time, because he has Disney's backing, at least at the moment, they could just do whatever they want behind the scenes to make this thing go away. So I'm just kind of sitting here waiting for any kind of evidence, one way or another, to counteract essentially what's being said. Because all we're really getting right now is essentially he said, she said, and some PR spin. So it's hard to tell just by everything that we've been told who's really telling the truth here.
Well, and even if it comes out that he didn't actually do anything, I mean, you look at what happened with Justin Roiland. Charges can be dropped, and you still lose everything that you had deal
Your
wise.
reputation is damaged.
And reputation and everything. Yeah. So they may not need to do very much more. The harm they need to have in place is done, and now we can move on and do something else.
There you go.
Well, on that note, and on to what the whole conspiracy of it all is like. If anybody's seen South Park, we know once a black man gets to a level of any kind of power,
oh boy,
the government does everything they can to bring him down.
There you go.
Right. Well, surely there has to be a Kang variant that can be an assault charge. So I mean,
wait. Before WG leaves, I want to say
that was great.
Before WG leaves, I want to say thank you, WG, for gifting 10 Culture Casino memberships. I do appreciate it very much, WG. You are a hero. All names green in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. That's the goal. Thank you so much, WG. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I can't wait to see you at another meetup, my friend. It's been a while, and even the Culture buses.
Yay. But yeah, I mean, you're right. Like, the damage is kind of already done here. Like, even before this shit, back in February, filmmaker A.B. Allen tweeted about a beloved actor who is a vicious, cruel, abusive human being.
Woo!
Bing Crosby?
But being a dick isn't against the law.
Yeah,
no, it isn't.
Beating a woman is.
Supposedly,
if it was, probable be in prison.
Supposedly, Majors.
Was my caught? Oops.
Oh,
from what it's saying, supposedly Majors was actually charged with 2 misdemeanor counts of third-degree assault, second-degree aggravated harassment, and second-degree harassment and third-degree assault attempt.
Wow. Let's hold that thought because of another lady here to offer an opinion. We have 2 ladies on the stream now. We've doubled our ladies.
Wow.
We're screwing up the ratio right now.
There, I'm going to put the ladies in the middle together.
Ooh, that's what she said.
There we go.
Quit hogging all the chicks, you jerk.
That wasn't me. I'm really screwed up right now because I can't fix the screen.
That's what she said.
Well, you do know there's like new layout shit you can do, right? Culture?
No, I don't know. How to
you
do
can do custom layouts now.
There's some weird shit you can do. I don't know how to really work it yet.
It's the pencil.
But anyway, on that whole stupid article thing, the one that really hit home was the Tim Nicolai, I think his name is. And he had pulled down his Twitter, or protected his Twitter after he put this up, but the Direct actually got all his tweets, and this guy went on a tirade about Jonathan Majors,
really,
and all that stuff, and the stuff that he was saying about. So again, like the gloves are off. People are coming out against the guy. I don't know what to believe right now. I want to see the evidence one way or the other before I come to too many judgments. But I think we're facing the fact that this guy may not be the next Jai Courtney.
At the same time, we can't, like Toxic was saying, we can't do anything more than assume and wait for the actual evidence and judgments to come out, because right now we're just bashing back and forth hearsay, right?
Yeah, we're getting stuff from the media that we don't trust anyway. So
yeah. Right. I mean, what is his recourse? Let's say that none of this happened, and she made this up, just hypothetical, and it's a Johnny Depp situation. The only recourse that he has is suing her. Right. Sure. And it comes down to the old adage, watch where you dip your wick.
Oh boy.
And don't dip your wick in crazy.
That's
it's
right.
fun.
It's also about like he said, she said type of situation. So I mean, we have to kind of see it in court to be able to really give ourselves a really good. And I mean, because for me, I believed Johnny Depp, but I had to see it in court, and for me to be able to fully believe what was going on, and that was quite a show. So I'm just gonna say that.
Well, and you know what? To be fair, and I've said this from the very beginning, Darth Scipio, we are innocent until proven guilty. This man down here, Toxic Man Flu, said it. I think almost everybody on this panel has said it. And look, the presumption of innocence should be the starting point for it all. And, you know, that's why when Brahm and I were talking about it this morning, it was, well, let's see what the video shows. Because that's really going to be pretty clear.
The video and the taxi driver who is sitting right there watching it are really the only people that aren't, you know, the
even
two
that,
participants that have any idea what happened.
And even that, I think that the justice system is so corrupt at this point. You look at all the video that's come out from January 6th that they suppressed, 41,000 hours. You look at the stuff that they've suppressed with the Trump grand jury. They've been doing that. Michael Flynn, they've been doing that with prominent Democrats. They've been doing it with people that they decided they don't like for decades.
Control the message, control the people.
Right. So I would like to say that, you know, I want them to have a non-corrupt DA, a non-corrupt public defender, a non-corrupt judge, and 12 semi-intelligent people on the jury. But the chance of him getting that is, what, 1 in 10? 1 in 20?
In New York?
In New York? Maybe not even
New York,
that.
it's far worse, I would bet.
So I won't trust what comes out of this trial, if there is one or whatever comes out of that, because I just don't trust the system anymore.
Well, especially New York. I mean, you're talking about the same people who are trying to arrest Trump based on a payment to Stormy Daniels that may or may not have actually happened. So
where they had hundreds of documents saying it didn't happen, that they decided not to show to the grand jury, which is actually a federal offense.
I agree with Christopher Dominguez there. I think Me Too really caused a lot because for me, I actually know people who have had issues. Let's just put it that way. I'm not going to go into their details because that's their personal thing. Me Too as a movement has completely and utterly destroyed real victims, and I have an issue with that. So with these people who have come out who are trying to use the judicial system for their own gain, for their own clout, for their own power, I have an issue with that. As a woman,
Smollett did a lot of damage.
But the thing is, as a woman, for women who are using that to their advantage, I have an issue with that. There are real victims out there who are completely and utterly silenced, and it's by the Me Too movement, to be quite honest. So
it's kind of like how the feminist movement has turned things on its ear, and now, you know, you're seeing more and more. This is going on a tangent, but you're seeing more and more states come out and say that biological males can't compete. And Martina Navratilova, who's a wonderful representative of the women's movement, has come out and said that you shouldn't have biological males competing in women's tennis. There's such a disparity, and there's a difference between equal rights and that kind of stuff. It's equal access, right? Women are never going to be the same as men.
No,
there will
not.
be a very few who will be able to pass the test for firefighters. It's a very strenuous test. There are some that do it. But when you start lowering the bar because you want to make some kind of quota, then everybody suffers. And that's kind of what the Me Too movement has done.
But I have known. So I live in the state of Virginia, where, like, for instance, VMI. Everybody knows VMI, and all.
VMI.
Yes, VMI. A lot of. I know a lot. I am very connected to VMI. I'm just going to say it to that. And let me tell you, women cannot handle VMI standards. I'm just saying that. Wow. And they keep lowering those standards for women. And
Virginia
that's
Military Institute.
It's Virginia Military Institute. So it's a.
I know people who have gone there. Yeah, it's very tough.
As a woman, I don't like the fact that that's being lowered for me. So that's just.
But look, it's been happening forever, and I can tell you that I personally experienced this. I watched this happen in a fire department at a very young age. I watched ladies being given special opportunity for lugging a body out of an attic. right? You know, the dead weight of a 250-pound man out of an attic down the you know, the attic stairway and out of a thing. Now you had to accomplish this task, you know, with a completely blacked out BC, which is the mask. You had to be wearing the BC, which is 80 pounds on your back. You had to have be all geared up, wearing 26 pounds of turnouts and boots and everything else. They completely changed the requirements for that particular exercise as part of firefight training. And, you know, and that's just one of the things that was done. So the fire department could increase and allow for women to participate in that particular civil service. And that's just one of them. We get into police training, et cetera, military training, et cetera, et cetera. We are not the same biologically, you know,
No, we're not.
And that's okay. I mean, I appreciate the differences. I don't know why. Well,
we don't know why
they don't
either.
appreciate the differences in New Zealand. You saw what happened with Posey Barker over the weekend.
Another problem with the whole Me Too movement is also connecting to what Mags has said, is like this whole thing of believe all women. You're not just putting the victims on the women's side, like actual victims, on the back burner. You're also doing this to males at the same time. You're also giving males that are innocent no voice and saying, oh, just because you have a penis, you're automatically an assaulter. And that's not how it works. You can't broad stroke everyone as a villain just because you have to push this hashtag, which was never more than a villainized way of hurting people you don't like or don't agree with. And we see this, whether it's not just Me Too, we see it the way we have with Gina Carano and Justin Roiland and everything else. You can't broad stroke humanity as one type of villain or not. Every human is different. Every human has one thing in common. They have the choice to either be an idiot or not be an idiot. And the problem is, when you start broad stroking everyone as a potential idiot, everyone's just going to become an idiot because they're terrified of actually speaking for themselves.
Well, and not only that, Fat Steven, is that it doesn't have to. You don't have to have a penis or vagina to be able to call yourself. Well, I mean, you don't need to have a penis or vagina to be able to call yourself an asshole. You can just be an asshole. So
we all have assholes. The problem is how much shit we talk, right? That's how it works.
Exactly.
Speak for yourself.
Hey, I'm speaking as this one way. Look, I was in an abusive relationship. Okay, I was the victim. My girl, the ex of my time, she was crazy, drug habit, everything. I still got a scar on my, like I shared this in one of the private chats. I don't know which one it was, but like I have no problem sharing that. I never say anything. I never filed charges because the first thing is the embarrassment thing.
Yep.
But it did happen, and those scars don't leave. It don't matter if you're male or female. Emotional or physical abuse lasts forever, and it hampers trust in another person, whether it comes to relationships, friendships, and even marriage and everything down the line. Because the last thing you want to do is have it happen again. And that's why it's caused such a detriment to anyone out there, especially with the Me Too movement. It is a lie. It is a farce. It is a weaponized terminology to silence people.
It's the dialectic argument. I've been reading because Toxic, you've talked about this.
Wait, you can read
Comics Division, where you have the book The Naked Communist. I've been reading it.
Oh yeah. We got the Gothics.
You have the dialectic argument, which is basically you have one choice or the other choice. And this is the kind of thing where you're either the victim of racism or you're a racist. You're the victim of abuse or you're the abuser. Those are the only choices. You know, well, how long have you been beating your wife? And you sit there and say, okay, how do I deny this without coming off looking bad? There's no third option with these people. There's no room for nuanced grays or anything like that. It's either this or this. Pick one. And
I was very fortunate.
Terrible argument.
Hey, Monkey, they ain't funny, bro.
I had a grandmother who worked 3 jobs, raised 5 kids on her own after her husband came back from World War II after having well over 20 confirmed hand-to-hand kills, shot himself, all right, hurt himself, mentally, and he started drinking. And then when he started cheating on her, that she goes, okay, that's the one thing in the Bible I can divorce him for. So she divorced him. She never married again. She lived through her grandkids, and she started the church that I went to for a long time. And she was a strong, independent woman that took me to hockey games, took me to baseball games, took me to the stock car races, took me to the horse races, and let me watch as much Benny Hill as I wanted. And, when you've got a strong woman, right, that's a feminist. Right? My mother was a pediatric surgical nurse in the 60s. before they had incubators. When if you were 3 weeks premature, you more than likely died. Okay, she's one tough woman, and she didn't quit until my sister was born, and they made a decision not to do that. All right, so you can't tell me because my mom stayed at home and took care of us that she's any less of a woman than anyone else.
Amen.
Right?
Amen.
So from there.
And again, I mean, it comes down to a lot of different choices and people's ability to manage what they do after they make them. And the problem is now it isn't those choices at the moment. It's the fact that many folks are raised to be permanent teenagers. Because I've never seen a generation with so little maturity. I mean, we have there. I'm not saying.
I have.
I mean, it's a pretty broad brush.
Yes.
You've been on YouTube long, Culture?
Yeah, I guess
Have you seen Twitter?
I have, but what I'm trying to say is this: is that we have pockets. They're actually in our chat right now of people who have the ability to mature past the age of 14, and right now you have adults.
Yeah, they're called Snyder bots. Sorry.
Right now you have adults that are that 15 that they're beyond that age 15, which is what we need. We need more adults in the building, and we have adults that aren't acting like adults. But I have a few things I have to get to, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, these super chats real quick. We'll get back into this, but Terminus S for $5 says, if there is another Amber Heard situation, then she was the wrong bang for Kang, and her tang didn't deserve his wang.
Oh my
Dang,
God.
ain't that a thing? You know what? I have a clip for that. I have to play a clip. This is what you get.
Wow.
Okay, there you go. All right. Anyway, I'm just saying. Pinochet's helicopter tours for $2 says, sorry, Tox, my explanation's way more likely in 2023. I guess he took umbrage at what you were saying earlier on. And Dexter Morgan brings up a good point. He is like, couldn't deliver the MAGA king, so I'm going to give you Kang. Well, there you go.
I think the brilliance of these types of topics and articles and stories is even. I mean, I'm not trying to shine brilliance on it. Is that it opens up these types of forms of communication with people on panels that can look at the serious factors of what celebrities cause, because celebrities all try to like preach and tell us, oh, you got to believe in this and climate change and all these candles smell like my vag, you got to save the world, and then actual crap happens which actually relates to the real world, and all of a sudden I'm a victim. I mean, like, you're not even looking at that. You're looking at that we deal with this crap every day because we're actually focused on the real world, not millions of dollars hiding behind a fence. And I think that's the kind of brilliance of in between.
Well, and I look, I agree with that. First of all, the fact that we can sit here and talk out, come from different points of view, have civil discourse, and remain friends is something that we need more of in the world.
As long as you agree that I'm always right, we're fine.
Well, I think Shags has a better opportunity of being always right. I mean, he looks very much like Jesus.
I just want to pet his hair, the beard. I just stroke it with my fingers.
He does,
and
look at that.
Feed him grapes.
Everyone's telling me I look like Rasputin.
If you start singing Arms Wide Open, I'm leaving.
So
can you sing Kate Bush for me? Shag, that beard.
So Shags, don't cut your hair like Samsonite or whatever.
Samsonite?
Samson?
God's luggage. Samsonite.
Swanson?
I love Mags. She's great. But
Samsonite and Delta. It was in Solomon chapter 4.
Shag should cosplay as Buddy Jesus sometime.
Buddy Jesus, Buddy Christ. That's right.
Yeah. Hey.
How many subs does Shags need before he puts beads in his beard? I want to know.
5 more. Just 5 more.
Does he need a Technicolor dream coat?
That's good. That's really good.
Picture Monica from
Friends in Vegas. So
I was
Shagsworth in the Technicolor underwear. Yeah.
I was supposed to be in the lead in a traveling company in that particular.
Weren't you in a League of Their Own?
No, but I was
that was Rosie O'Donnell. I got you mixed up.
So Culture, aren't you? Didn't you say that you were an e-girl recently?
No, that is not true.
I didn't know you cosplayed as Rosie O'Donnell.
That is a lie. A damnable lie at that. No.
He wasn't Rosie. He was the one that was out in the outfield that they're like, and how about that Marla Hooch? What an arm.
Yeah, the kid.
No,
right?
the one that they never zoom in on.
Oh.
Like they zoom in on all the other chicks when they're showing them, and then it's like, How about that Marla Hooch? And she's all the way out in center field.
Look at this. Wait,
Oh,
who was the one that was always crying on the team?
I don't remember any of the names.
there's no crying in baseball
The blonde.
It was the blonde one.
It
with
was the
the
one
kid.
blonde.
because of her kid, who was a nightmare. Yeah. God, that film was so good. But anyway, this non-super chat was fun because if Ruben were on the panel, you'd have to put him between the two ladies. Indeed. If Ruben were.
Oh.
There you go. All right. By the way, check out Tim's talk. Tim's awesome. Love Tim. Tim's a good dude.
Tim.
Yeah. Very
Hey,
talented and opinionated
Hey,
and just
Tim.
fun to hang with. In a separate multiverse, we stream together every day. He's a cool guy.
Does he want to come on one of the comic shows?
I think we should have him on one of comics.
All right.
It'd be a good choice. If we could
Do you
ever
know-
get,
do you have his contact information?
I do. If
Okay, we'll
we,
talk later.
and I'll reach out to him. I'll reach out to Tim, and I'm going to reach out to this guy called Shags because he used to hang out with us, but he doesn't anymore.
He's coming on.
I don't
I've
hang
got
out
him
with
booked next-
anybody anymore, man.
next
You
month.
hang out with me,
Oh, that's
bro?
right. Drunk 3PO shows up on his show. You're
But-
so
wait a
good. You
minute.
can't be around
No,
people
I
anymore.
came here specifically because I saw the link come in, and I was like, I need to go hang out with this guy. 'Cause I don't see him. I don't see anyone anymore.
We miss
Like,
you. We
I have my
miss you.
Wednesday show, and that's like
You
all
see
I've been
me
doing.
after show on Wednesdays.
How's the new
Yeah,
job
man.
doing, man? You doing all
Oh,
right?
it's
in the new
awesome,
job?
but it's keeping
Good,
me
good.
busy.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good
Oh my
news.
God.
That's good news.
Shags Putin.
Shags Putin. That's what. Yeah, Soul Assassin calls him Shags Putin. The Chatimal is here.
Abbott did their own song. Did your own
That's right. Yeah, Dexter Morgan's the Bloody Christ. That's right. You guys are on fire. You guys are incredible.
I have that right
Oh.
behind me.
Just take a picture in front of a green screen for me, Shags, and I'll meme the crap out of that Buddy Christ for you.
Ah, there you go.
Buddy Christ.
Dude, Shags' studio's coming together. Look at that. He's even got a professional Rode arm for his microphone.
Hell yeah, this thing is like the best. And this microphone weighs like 2 pounds. So like I had to get something that was like actually sturdy. Yeah,
Hefty.
Jason showing off over there.
I know Jason's studio's like, hey, I can launch a space shuttle from my basement. Check me out.
Each one of those monitors is for a separate porn site, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, either that
Just
or
danced like he wasn't wearing any pants.
Either that or controlling the Millennium Falcon. But I need to get to this because I don't want them to leave before I get a chance to recognize somebody who made more names go green. Tender Warrior 68, been a member for a while. I really appreciate the support here. 10 Culture Casino memberships. My goodness, you guys are terribly generous tonight, and I do appreciate it so very much. And I'll play a clip. I have a clip for that. Let's see, what is it? Oh, here we go. That might have been the wrong clip.
It was back and to the left.
That was like Will Smith having a
Is that-
schizophrenic attack.
Hey, thanks for the
Was that too
memberships.
toxic?
Yeah, you idiot. Don't give us any more of those
Wait, no,
memberships.
We don't want your money. You
How
slap
about-
you
How
around.
about calm down? Calm down.
Oh my
Take it
god,
easy.
my face.
Look, how about I give you some Jennifer Lawrence? Everybody loves Jennifer Lawrence.
Nah.
According to who?
Jennifer
According
Lawrence.
to Jennifer Lawrence.
I'd give you a high five if I could right now.
Jennifer Lawrence was the
No,
first.
she was
We
first.
love Jennifer Lawrence.
I thought you were
First at
giving,
everything.
you were
Here
giving
comes
us
Drago
some
over
tentacle porn.
You got it. Oh, somebody shared
Tentacle
with
porn,
me.
is that what you just said?
I got a
Wait,
clip for you. There
Is
you
it
go.
safe?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's safe.
The tentacle porn?
That is not safe.
Hey, yes, it is. I have played it on my channel for years and never been hit.
Well, somebody got hit.
Unlike Debbie, they got hit by Hesh.
I'm just saying.
C Lab 2021 still rocks. Thank you, Adult Swim. God rest your soul.
Man, I lost 6 and I lost Tom. I'm sad.
Oh, we're not good enough? Okay.
No, I'm just sad.
I guess that's what happens when I come on. Thanks,
No,
Tom.
Nah, I don't think it's that.
No, but see, we were able to maintain at least one lady on the
I'm
show,
teasing.
which makes me thrilled. Alexander Tan, thank you, my friend, for $1.99 says, "Will we be having a kangaroo trial case?"
Ooh, that was good.
I like that one.
I like
That
that
was
one.
good.
That was very, very good. Here's another joke.
If you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Problem solved.
Anyway.
And they
Ain't
did.
that the truth?
Thank you very much, Alexander Tan, for the
Who was that man?
Who was that masked man? Let's see. We got Pinochet's Helicopter Tours shoots a $2 super chat saying, anyone check out EVS on Tim Pool? EVS killed it. I did, and he did. And wow, the clips from that are spectacular. If you pay any attention at all, there's a man that's going to go more places than he's already been. And that's saying something with EVS. So congratulations to him. Uncle E was
Tim Pool seems to be digging himself out of that hole, though.
He does, actually. Yeah, you bring on
because
somebody...
he had gone from about 45 to 50,000 views down to about 25. He lost about half his audience.
Oh, well, yeah. His audience was cut in half. Yes.
Well,
yeah,
he went the wrong way.
But he's building back up. I'm saying he's getting some guests on. He's got a lot with Gates and some others.
Yep.
So he's got some political access. So
yeah,
the EVS interview is great.
Would you agree, everybody on this panel and in the chat, by the way, that it was Eliza Blue that took him down?
That was probably a big oof.
That was a big part of it.
I don't think it was Eliza Blue. I think it was the journalist that they used for that story that took him down.
Well, I think it started with the bearded one prior to that.
Oh, Murphy?
Murphy.
Yeah, he never said anything about Murphy. Either.
Yeah, no, but he was fine after Jack.
Sorry,
I thought. Like, I mean, he was still riding high.
You can mess up.
I didn't play the
once.
beatdown video and I get removed.
I wasn't. I remember.
So I don't think it has anything. I don't think it has anything to do with the fact that like he was fine after Murphy, but like people like me who were on Tim Pool's side, I actually stopped listening to Murphy. So there was a lot of people like me who just kind of turned off because of Murphy, and the fact that he never addressed it. And I mean, granted, is he supposed to address it? That's up to him. I'm not going to tell him what to do with his platform. At the same time, he kept championing Murphy all the time. And he did it even after the fact. And for me, I just got turned off because he seemed disingenuous. That's me. So
well, there comes a point when you have to say, you know what, the guy duped me. I was wrong. You know, that's
exactly.
I didn't expect the stuff and things from there. And then when somebody, that's what they were expecting with the Eliza Blue thing. And when he didn't do that, he got pissed off and he told people, if you don't like it, leave. And they did.
And then he got pissed off as the audience, and then that made it worse. So
can we thank him though? Yeah. If it wasn't for him and Jack Murphy, we would not have the beard that has been on more memes than and Jack Murphy's wife.
I will just say, Jeremy has not looked better since his Jeremy Cast IRL image with the beard and the hat and all that stuff.
No, I think
it's very impressive.
And CC's right.
Oh my gosh, Pat Stevens.
Yeah, Tim.
CC's right.
Yeah, Tim took himself down 100%. I think a lot of people are saying it's a combination of both. I really believe it was the Eliza Blue response that really hurt him the most.
Yeah.
But as Christopher Dominguez points out, EVS being on there was freaking huge. Because, you know, I mean, just talk about building culture. That's part of Tim's drumbeat, you know, building out culture. I don't know. I really did, you know, there are going to be people like Caffeinated Me. They're not going to get dug out. He's not going to be able to dig it out. But I don't know, Shags, I mean, you know, what do you think? Because you haven't said a whole lot. And, you know, you're very thoughtful when it comes to this kind of stuff. Do you think Tim's going to be able to recover those audience members? Do you think he's going to get back to full speed?
I think like most creators, like you hit a critical mass at some point, and I think he did. And I think, you know, I think it's been talked about in this community before, like, or maybe I've said it on my own, like you reach a tipping point where like you can no longer support the weight of your own fans, and like you'll say one thing and then there's going to be a certain percentage who are just like, you know what, forget this guy, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And then, you know, you have people falling off. And I think with the Eliza Blue thing, I think that was his moment where it was just too much. And I don't know if he could have done anything right in that moment. I think he mismanaged it, you know, as the owner operator of his, you know, news outlet. Like he dropped the ball. Like that's his responsibility to make sure that story comes out. It's fair and balanced, however you want to put it. And it wasn't. And I think he was trying to play both sides too much, and it just collapsed on him. I think he has the chance to build it back up again. Whether or not he does to the place where it was, it might not, but he might not need to. I mean, if he's smart, he's already he's already taken what he's made and invested it and put it in places that will help him, continue. Because I think ultimately what Tim does is a good thing. He's hardworking. He probably nobody works harder, right? Like he's always doing news. He's working constantly, but I think he needs to reevaluate that whole situation and make some changes. I don't know what they are for him, but
Adam says that nobody outworks Tim. So it's well documented what was going on between Adam and Tim Pool. And when someone still says I respect him because he worked hard, deserves everything that he got, even though we have differences.
Right.
So, I think that's a pretty big endorsement on the fact that the guy works hard. And I look at what's happening with Friday Night Tights, and they're churning over fans. That's part of it. You churn over fans. Disney has having a trouble with Star Wars because they've churned over fans because we're getting older, and they have not grabbed anybody because they took the one thing that was in the minds of people at that age, right, and got rid of it. The EU. All of the EU and everything. That's what kept Star Wars alive and kept the young people coming into it, and the Clone Wars and all of that. And they just pushed it
Exactly. Aside. It's not just the you have to realize who you're talking to as far as your audience is concerned. Your audience is the one that's going to be supporting you, and they're going to be the ones that will give you the money. So you don't want to piss them off either.
Right.
Just FYI.
What's your core?
Yeah, that is who you.
The hand that feeds you.
Exactly.
If you start a channel on YouTube, you've got to know what your core avatar, the avatar of the person is you're going after.
Yeah.
If you're wanting to do videos about coffee and things like that, then you need to go out and say, who am I trying to get to watch my stuff, right? You have to keep those people in mind.
I'm an accountant, and I'm going to tell you this: the worst thing you can possibly do, and Disney, you need to listen to me when I say this. You don't piss off your audience.
No.
Yeah, they already know. I've seen it. That one.
There's also a magic aspect when it comes to things like FNT or even Heel versus Bayforce or Comics Division or even Culture Casino. We all, even Tim Pool, we all have that turnover rate. But the problem is, as long as you're keeping the foundation that where you start from keep coming back, they're going to keep coming back. You're not always going to have a prime show. You're not always have a great episode or video. Right. But if you're keeping people entertained and laughter, whether it's a Gavin McInnes screw up or something great earlier on and later on, like with Alex Jones, it doesn't matter. They're still maintaining one thing. The entertainment line is not being crossed where they're insulting fans, and they're not. I'm sorry, I made that a while ago. I gave Tim Pool some hair
and a forehead mouth.
That's what's the brilliance of FNT, right? Because if it wasn't for FNT, I wouldn't be on YouTube. Same thing with ads. I wouldn't be on YouTube because it was someplace to go when we were all dealing with lockdowns. You don't piss off your foundation audience. Doesn't matter if it's 5, 10, or 10,000. Keep them respected. Make sure you acknowledge them if you can, and always remember you're there to do the same thing that they're there for, to have fun.
And they've got BBC, and they've got their Sunday show that they're doing. Yeah. I noticed that Gary's top 5 MC woke things of 2022 had 4.3 million views.
Well, and again, he's hitting the home run with all that's called evergreen content. He's doing a great job with that. He's really exploiting his talents, and he and it's well deserved. Guy was on YouTube for 1,000 years before he started getting rolling. So, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it is easy to say, in our position, like to do all these things. And this is what it's not a defense of Tim Pool or anyone necessarily that has done this, but it's a reality that when you get to a certain point, you're making so much money. Everyone's always, he doesn't read his super chats anymore. Tim makes so much money on his super chats every night. Like at some point, is it possible to read every single one? I know a lot of people do.
Absolutely not. No.
But that's not where I'm coming with that, Shags. You can't read every super chat. That's not even humanly possible. As much as you have mods trying to do all that stuff, what I'm saying is, if you're keeping the foundation, the people that have always been there, the people that will tell their friends, as long as you keep them entertained, it doesn't matter about a super chat. Super chats don't matter at the end of the day. It matters how much you keep to yourself and be true to yourself, because they'll see right through you and they'll either walk or they'll keep talking. And we've seen that, whether it be Tim Pool, Jack Murphy and his beard, all of this stuff. Who else has fallen recently? All of them. Look at the whole thing with Crowder and stuff.
you talk about staying true to whatever it is that you're doing and holding the line there. Culture makes the observation we're criminally undersubbed, and I make the joke that the reason for that is that we haven't leaned into the rage bait. We're not outrage media like a lot of these channels are. Now, I'm not saying that a lot of them are. It's not necessarily the thing for us, and we try to kind of stay a little more even keeled. And because of that, we're not attracting all of the others who are in that same
circle.
Well, even when you look at it this way, because some people have tried to goad like Ricada and some of the drama that goes along with the
legal areas.
Yeah, the legal areas of stuff. He is very even keel. He's like, no, this is my platform.
He had Vito on. What was it? 2 years ago, right? Oh my God, everyone was just yelling at Vito, but that was funny. Sorry.
But I think the thing is he allows to have a conversation, and he's not berating. The thing is, though, he's allowing his audience to voice their opinion, but he's also not talking down to his audience either. So there is a way to be able to handle it. So
and what Jason was saying earlier, I'll relate to that one too. Like when I swapped, not to hate clicks, but when things happened in Canada last year, everyone remembers, I focused solely on that. Great numbers, but again, when you leave that after, thank you, YouTube and your bias, you change back, you will not get the same crowd. If you're not going to stick to the same crowd, politics, love it and hide at the same time, you're eventually, if you're not having fun, why are you still going to do it? Eventually, events like that will end, and you still have to maintain that traction, to maintain that audience. It doesn't matter what the topic is. You have to make sure that the audience is still glued in. It's like the tablet generation. Everyone's looking at the screen, but no one's looking ahead to the future.
Well, and I've got a video right now. Like I mentioned the interview that we had with Cameron last Thursday. It's over 2,100 views, but it's not translating into additional views on the other videos that we've got. They're coming in and they're watching that, and then they're going away.
It's a one-trick pony. It's like a short. That's the problem. That's where shorts are coming a problem on YouTube, right? Because now it's this virus in between where you can get a whole bunch of growth and a whole bunch of views, but it's no substance because you're just getting someone's going, hey, I might like this later. Fat Cheetos. That's it. Look at that shit.
To look at on the toilet.
Well, shoot, I got some like Sailor Moon figurines, and I might have gotten some subs from it, but let me tell you, it's not going to translate to views.
Can I have those figures though? Can I have them?
No, you can't. I'm sorry.
Come on, please, can I have them?
Calm down. I'm going to read some super chats because we have 250 people here. Hi, everybody. At least on YouTube, we've got several over on Rumble. Hi, everybody. And for those of you on Twitter, hi. I don't know how to see any of that, but welcome and thanks for watching.
There's no way that there's that many people wanting to watch Culture.
You'd be surprised. You'll pop up in someone's feed if someone likes it, and then they get in and recommended. This is what your friends are watching. Twitter does have that up.
Twitter's weird, man. I was you
can get more views on Twitter than you will on YouTube.
It is. It's Shags' fault that we have people watching on Twitter. I mean, that's true. Yeah. But
Hi, Elon.
Hi, Elon. Eric K for $5 says, Fat Steven, JFG sells vag candles? Is that
Gwyneth Paltrow does right before she had that.
Okay.
No one remembers the vag candles.
Her vag candles exploded, by the way.
Yeah, they were grenades. The military picked them up after.
They worked out well. I mean, and they actually induced.
Don't sniff before lighting.
They actually induced ski accidents, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
Why were you throwing them on the hill of ski accidents?
Anyway. All right. Thank you. Eric K, love you, dude.
Thank you, Eric.
And we've got wait, that's not me. Oh, it's that 70s rock fan. That's why I did this. This is a member chat. Yeah, yes, it was. Welcome to your free super chat, and that's what you said. Matt G, what's up, bro? Matt G for $2 says 22 years ago, final episode of WCW Nitro. Wow, I did not know that.
Sad day.
Sponsored by Gwyneth Paltrow candles.
Here's a weird thing, and it depends on where you are in this country. Right now, it's 11:54 on the East Coast. But on this day, authorities found 28 dead people. It was the Heaven's Gate folks.
Oh, I remember that.
Wow.
My goodness.
Wow. Wait, I have that
With
clip.
the purple Nikes.
Wow.
There you go.
Well, I got better.
Oh, very good.
Man, was it Apple White? Was it, guys?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were
That was
going
his
after
last
the
name,
Hale
yeah.
Bopp comet or whatever.
Ooh,
Yep.
wop, the hail bop, ba
That's
doo.
Hanson. That's Hanson,
Drink the
bro.
Kool-Aid and we're
That was-
that's definitely Hanson.
That was the three brothers that look like children of the corn. Come on.
That wasn't hail bop. Okay, all right. Well, anyway,
No, it was Moon Bop.
Heron. Hey, Heron. It's been a minute. I hope you're doing well. Heron of Alexandria for $5 says, "Hey, all. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. I did. I hope you did as well. I hope you went and saw John Wick, which we are going to talk about
with Heron
in
of
just
Alexandria.
Oh my god, that
Heron's
movie
awesome.
is so.
No, she's a Penelope supporter.
Or what?
We had a fight over the Penelope War.
Oh,
The Peloponnesian War. Toxic. Get it right.
No, it was
Good
somebody
morning.
named Penelope, and she was completely wrong, right?
there's something very wrong with all of
Am I
you
going to have
people.
to apologize to her now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah, you
Shit.
are.
I'm sorry.
But Aaron, it is lovely to see you. Thanks for being here, my friend. We got a few more super chats and super
Hey, Aaron.
stickers and stuff and things.
How
Hello.
you doing?
By the way, I already talked about Tim. Tim Talks. Check out Tim Talks. Tim also is a cosplayer. He does some like stuff on like platforms that I can't understand.
He cosplays outside of his beanie.
No. Tim
No.
Talks. Not that Tim. The other Tim. The Tim
On
we
Tim.
know.
Yeah, he cosplays as George Costanza. That's what he does.
I don't think that's true. But Pinochet's helicopter tours for $5 says, I never heard EVS's story. EVS telling his story was amazing. This is all true. And inspiring, like a half hour straight of EVS going on a patriotic, well-told recollection. Oh, indeed. Look, look, if you can go back and watch that, it is well worth your time. EVS, Uncle E, Patriot, and comic book guy, and great comic book guy, and wonderful comic book guy, and leader of an amazing movement. And there are other great shows in our own fellowship, just on the comic book side. You can check out the Jack Show, where you can watch Cecil do something ridiculous almost regularly. And then, of course, Ballers with Mandy, our good friend Mandy, Mandy Summers, and all the amazing creators that are on that. And Shenanigans, where I used to regularly hang out and make a complete ass of myself. There we go. So, indeed, Matt G,
To be
thank
fair,
you.
that's not hard.
Thank you. Thank you,
Do
Tom. Appreciate it.
you guys remember the clip where EVS dressed up for Memology? You all remember that one?
Wow, you're going in the Wayback Machine.
Yeah, that was still a classic. You look that up if you haven't seen that clip. Memology
Yeah.
and EVS.
That is way back. Woo. You got Shellback here for $2. What's up, my buddy? Shellback, he's awesome. Shellback TJC says, "What's a super chat? You just sent one, bro. Thank you for that." Snow Dub says, "Play my clip." All right. Let's see. Do I have his clip? Oh, I have his clip. Hang on. I have it. Here it is. Oh, funny story, Mark. There you go. All right, there you are.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh,
We're
hi.
not spoiling the movie, are we?
What movie?
So we
Wick,
just had a
Shags.
story. We just had a story on Saturday. Do you know he's got a new movie coming out?
Who? Shags?
Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah. It's called Big Shark.
Big Shark.
Yeah, he hasn't shot any footage for it yet, but we got a trailer.
It is something.
Shagsworth has a movie coming out called Not Without My Bun.
Whoa. He's not wearing one.
I thought it was Not Without My Weave.
You know, no. Actually,
That's
he's
a Culture Casino story.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
No,
Maybe
no,
this is adjacent.
No. It's Around the World in 80 Hammocks. We all know this story.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
dial
that
it
one.
back. I'm going to tell you what. Would you stop with that? I just
Shagsworth is playing Noah.
Yes.
No.
Vulture's playing the arc.
No. On the anniversary of Waco, which was just a few days ago, Shagsworth is David Koresh.
Oh,
All right, no joke. One of my best friends in college, brilliant man, ended up helping to design the software for the Patriot missile system. Was a dead ringer for David Koresh, and that was all right when all that stuff happened. Guy's name was John. And we just looked at him. We wore the same aviators, the whole 9 yards. We just looked at him one day in class. We're like,
Oh my God, Fat Steven.
Holy cow, we have super chats galore I have to get to, ladies and gentlemen. So we're just buckle in.
You know why? Because Shags and Mags and I are here.
I know. I have the sexiest people on the planet on my stream right now. And then there's Brummable.
Well, I mean, it's because Fat Steven's showing his cock. He
actually on stream. Yeah,
I thought it was his comics division, Cox.
Oh, is that what it was? Oh.
Yeah, that's what it was.
What I feel
because
like
I need a forklift to bring it in and out of the stream yards. Doesn't mean
this is my very own Gavin McGinnis right down here. But anyway, Mr. Tickletron for a Canadian 550.
The Canadians chat.
A Canadian 550 says rage bait is a red herring here. What is popular is emotional appeals and high emotional opinions. Bad news also spreads the most. As rages, Gary don't. I don't do either of those things. I'm me.
Oh, yes, you do.
What do I do?
You know what? I'm gonna rage against this.
So when everything was burning down at the J Laws and you got cut off again, you were so pissed off. I've never seen anyone so.
Dude, I have not yet. We've had 3 shows. We've had 3.
God, here we go.
I haven't got a chance to present shit. I am so angry right now.
I am telling everyone in this chat that we are working on multiple more award shows and specials, and one of them is going to be all about Culture Casino. It's called the Snoozies. Okay?
No.
And it's about content that will help you relax and put you to sleep. It's Culture Casino.
Toxie, I got one better for you right now. And Culture's going to have to sit through it. You ready, Culture?
Okay.
This is for all your super chats. We can make it up for all your super chats right now.
Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is old Culture Casino from when I first met him. If you remember this.
Oh, I will kill you.
Yeah, you're going to play this.
Yes, I am. I'm not going to do it happily.
If you want this clip, you can find it on my channel and I'll make it downloadable.
Oh my God.
Hey, look at that young guy.
Look how young he looks.
Yeah.
That's before he met all of us.
That's what you were, 54 at that time?
Oh
shit. Here comes the arc.
Cecil? No fucking way. Anyway, he's still one of my best friends in the whole world and probably one of the most genuine human beings and funniest that I know is Wes Moody. So thank you all for finding your way over here if you're not already subscribed. If you are subscribed, you got a unique opportunity to enjoy a whole lot of people just having a really good time. So thank you for being here. You guys make everything happen. If you're not subscribed to the wonderful people on this. Shut the fuck up, dickhead.
3 hours later.
You know, I love that 3.
Seriously, Wes?
Shut the fuck up. God, I hope none of you die tonight. That's all.
Somebody please clip that. Please clip it. I want that as my opening. I want that. I want that for every live stream.
Welcome to the gaming lounge.
Shut the fuck up. That's getting put in one of my videos.
I love everybody. That's the problem. I love all of you,
but I fucking love it. It's great.
I love all of you, and God damn it, son of a bitch.
I don't swear. Culture.
There you go, Culture. I'm sorry. We were laughing for 20 minutes and he couldn't get his outro out.
Culture is like Patrick Stewart. He was always old.
He used to never say he was going to swear. Okay. You're muted.
And he's muted himself.
He's muted himself.
Good night, Shagsworth.
All he was going to say is, these are my friends.
These are my friends, supposedly. But hey, you know what? Jesus Padilla is my friend for $1.99 Super Sticker. Thank you for that. We have Mr. Tickletrunk's my friend for a Canadian 550 says, but this is why I love Midnight's Edge and the like. They've built slowly through calm coverage. High emotions just builds you quickly. Dude, you put narcoleptics to sleep. That's how calm you are, bro. So that's why you're going slow, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, there's a place for all of that stuff. I mean, you could probably consider yelling at parked cars on Mondays to be that kind of high emotion thing. But I mean, we're bringing up stuff that's really important, like the whole digital ID stuff, and the stuff that we talk about on that show.
Wisconsin,
the unfairness of the things that's out there. So.
Yeah, no, but tell me this: Wisconsin's very important in the next few weeks, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. because they're going to try to whip out this digital ID bologna sausage.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, the cradle of eugenics and real Marxism and progressivism and the totalitarian seeds in the United States really started at the University of Wisconsin back in the early 1900s.
That blows my mind, right? You think like middle America?
Well, I mean, you look at Wisconsin, it's not that far. Madison isn't that far from Chicago, about 2.5 hours, right?
Right.
And Chicago is where all this progressive bullshit's come from.
Yep.
And I mean, you look, they're going after Trump. Hillary Clinton did worse in New York, and they didn't touch her. And it's like, so, okay, we can see that you're not playing fair. And that's the one thing that Americans can't stand.
Well, and I just read across an article from March of 2019. It was a Fox article, and I just saw it today. That had Susan Rice. You remember Susan Rice? The back and forth on the.
And what she's trying to do now by putting DE&I and everything in our government destroy. And she's
because she admitted the Obama Department of Justice told the FBI not to do anything about Hillary, and I'm just like, how am I just seeing this story today? 4 years ago.
Crazy. That's why I can't trust that this guy's going to get a fair trial.
Yeah, I would like to speak from the communist country known as Canada right now.
Oh, okay.
We're dealing with our own crap with a guy named Trudeau.
Canada is.
Wait, can you keep our president there forever, please? That would be great.
We have a president that was
He wants to stay.
No, we have a prime minister bunker because that's
no. Our president is there right now.
Oh, I know he was speeding, and I was like, "Please slip like the bike. Please slip like the bike."
You have 75 police cars policing him. Can one of them slip off? Something.
Just something.
We're against climate change. Quick, everyone get the largest SUVs we can in Canada. Just pollute their air. We'll be
fine. Nothing really happened. He's just a puppet.
No, he's looking for ice cream.
Yeah, yes.
There was something that came out. Something that came out in the Illinois House today. They were at the session this week, and they were doing bills, and you have to have, as a representative of the state, you have to be in your seat, flip the switch to vote. And they had staffers doing that while people were out. So they didn't recognize, and how they get away with that is they'll have a Democrat, because it's supermajority here, will stand up and say, I'm the voice for the opposition. And then that's it. So the Republicans never get a chance to speak about anything. And then that person who says I'm the voice for the opposition will go vote yes for the bill. Well, once they got into that, and they started bringing up point of order and all that kind of stuff with the the rules of the House. They said any member can call for a recount of the vote, and you have to be in your seat to do that. And then they found out that there were like 12 or 13 people whose staffers voted for them, and then they got them out. And the bill didn't pass. Now, the bill's going to pass Monday at 2:00. But the last thing that you want is your government being able to mail it in.
Oh,
you need them being there and inconvenienced.
Voting by proxy.
Voting by proxy and stuff like that. And then the underhanded tricks to keep the other side from talking. I mean, the Democratic Party here in Illinois is just the Nazi Party. That's all they are.
Yes. They are.
Why am I picturing Homer Simpson when he got really obese? You know when he had the water bird that just tapped the one keyboard? That's pretty much all I'm hearing right now for government right now.
Yeah. Well, you have no idea because it's been happening at the federal level for a long time, and they were pissed off at the lady they went after, MTG, because
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah, because she forced them to fucking show up.
She called for the yeas and nays on every vote.
Yeah, which is smart. But let me get to a few more of these.
And it's funny because I went to a town hall here in my state, and for local radio, and it was one of the Democrat that showed up. It was an ambassador. I'm not going to say who because I'm not going to really dox myself where I'm from. But it was quite interesting how he was trying to really cover up every little aspect of what the Democrats did. And he always called Marjorie Taylor Greene as a crazy nutcase, and I'm just like, look, I don't agree with her with everything, but I don't think she's exactly what you describe. She's actually trying to call people to court, so it's just, maybe you need to take responsibility for your own shit.
Right. But anytime you can get people to actually do their job, like if they're an attorney general or some shit or whatever, or
post office.
that's a good thing. Let me grab some super chats real quick, folks, because we got a few of them stacked here.
Don't grab them illegally.
I'll be very careful. I'm not going to Jonathan Majors these.
Whoa, you're not going to kang the super chats, are you?
No, I am not kanging the super chats.
Oh my God, Culture, brilliant idea for your next 6-minute stream. Do it, but make sure your green screen is in the back of a cab, so make sure there's footage.
Okay, I'll put a cab behind me. Sounds good.
Oh, that's
Jillian N for $4.99. Thank you very much, Jillian. Jillian is an incredible supporter of so many channels. I appreciate it. Greetings, Culture, panel members, mods, and chat. Just joined and am catching up. I can roll with that. She is a master rapper. I don't know if you've seen her play Jackbox on Lorena Creole's channel. She can kill that. You know the robot rap thing?
Yeah.
She's
the one I demolished you on.
I don't like you very much.
Doesn't rap. He falls asleep. There's a difference.
Bruce Lombardo of Dick's Division. What is up, Bruce? Love you, dude. Miss you a lot. Says, strange how Vito won't get within a charge distance of me. Wow. It's almost like he's scared of people who have commitments and oaths.
Well,
why are we? I guess we're taking swings at Vito right now. It doesn't sound good for him.
Bruce, if you want, but there is a solution though. Bruce, all you got to do is hold a gift card to Netflix, and he will come running because you know what he defends.
Are you sure? Oh, cuties. That's right. I forgot. All right. Very good. I got that reference. Pinochet's Helicopter Tours for $2 says, this week on Behind the Music, Culture Casino. Well, yeah, possibly. If you guys find the stuff that I actually did way back in the past, that's a whole problem.
I feel sorry for those barnyard animals.
You know what? Shush. Eric K
was great.
Eric K for $5 says, Culture Casino, we are not laughing with you. We are laughing at you.
100% true.
That's one of my friends right there. That's one of my buddies.
That man has made you meat.
There's your next T-shirt.
Yeah, this man has the best meat.
Mm-hmm. You have tasted Eric K's meat.
Yes.
And his sauce.
His sauce is great too.
Did you ask?
Did you steal his cooler too?
No, I did not.
Did you ask him to give it to him raw?
You know what?
Not raw.
What was the circumference of the tube steak, by the way?
I am bringing him his cooler back to Vegas because I don't want to hear that anymore. Anyway, people tell me things, I do stuff. It isn't willful. Oh, Rob Altus for $5 says, Culture, you never disappoint, and you attract the coolest people. I have the coolest people around me all the time, and some of them left early because they needed to sleep or something.
Had major storms rolling
Steven,
through.
it takes a lot for me to promote you, and then you do that.
It takes a lot.
Yeah.
Do you not like that one? Is it the bulge? I can make it bigger.
God, give me strength, please, today. Daryl the Derelict sends me a member chat, says, howdy, buckaroos. Great people on tonight. Dude, I got to get you on here sometime, man. Daryl's awesome. We have so many wonderful human beings. Holy cow. Grumpy old Ninja Kentaro OA is here. Good to see you, man. Been a hot minute. Okay, I think I'm catching up on Super Chats. We've got Mr. Tickle Trunk for a Canadian 550. 550? 550. Somebody translate American dollars to Canadian dollars now because it's like
$2. That's
okay.
$2 right now.
Okay, all right. Every time you call them progressives, they win. No, I will not do that any longer. They are leftists. And every time you use the word liberal, they win. Okay, I'm with you there. Every time you aren't exact with your speech, you are 100% right, my friend. You are 100% right. We are trying to do better. Unlike
the way that I use progressives is correct. So,
really?
Yeah, progressives are Marxists, are socialists, are communists. They're all the same.
Okay.
All in there. A liberal is totally different.
It is. Yeah. I mean,
when you look at the theoretical sense of the term, yes, toxic man flu is actually absolutely 100% correct on that term.
Can we just put politicians in straitjackets before they enter the buildings to do their work?
I just want them to leave.
Be hard for
after
them
a
to
certain amount of time. I mean,
they won't vote anyways. They have proxies. The straitjackets won't stop
well,
it.
how many of them have been in power? So I mean,
so
Joe
let me
Biden
tell you.
didn't do anything besides be a senator, and he's a
So let me
multimillionaire.
let me tell you, progressives were the ones that brought on prohibition. So there's that.
Right.
No, that's regressive. But I look
But
at
no. Progressives brought on prohibition.
That's
is
what
correct.
I said. That's regressive.
That it is progressive. It is regressive, but it is progressives that actually brought on prohibition.
I believe you. Okay,
Yeah.
And they're on both sides of.
Yeah.
Well, it's that whole sphere thing, left, right,
Exactly.
all that
Exactly.
stuff. There's none of them really like that.
Toxic man flu knows what I'm talking about.
I had a point.
The
I don't
civil
remember what it was.
libertarian.
Legalize
That's
dual.
the liberal.
I got it, Culture.
What was the point?
You need to do more super chats and get caught up.
Okay, all right. Tim's Talk for $5 says, "There's Tim. This is the guy I'm talking about. Subscribe to Tim. In an alternate universe, we stream together daily, just so you know." Predictions. Navarro 7. Pelly gets the parts for IG-11. Okay. Then Mando goes back for IG. Space Thing sees him, and Squidward. So big epic battle. I'm on board with that. I think that's probably likely to happen. What I don't understand is why we have side quests to show now. Why do we still have Baby Yoda? I mean, I'm having a very hard time, Tim. You and I should talk about this in depth. Maybe we should bring Jason along because I'm very unhappy with what's happening in that show.
I have a question.
We have Baby Yoda for the same reason that we got Batman and Robin.
All right.
I'm confused though.
What was the one? What was the one with Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze? Was that
Batman
Batman
and
Forever?
Robin? Yeah, that was Bad Nipples. Yes, that was Bad Nipples.
Same reason for both of those. Merchandising.
Merchandising.
I have a question though. Did they just shoot both of those episodes on the same beach and then CGI 2 different animals and called it because it was like last week's wasn't this
Pretty
week's was
much
a
what it
half
looked like.
hour. Yeah, I thought I was watching the same episode. I actually had to check. It was boring.
The alligator and then the flying thing.
Well,
that's
that's
meth
the-
dactyl. That's
the cave where they're staying. That's their hideout.
Is this their when they did that list on that whiteboard years ago? Is this their version of dinosaurs?
Yes.
But Jason, if that's where they live, don't you think they would learn after the giant croc attack to maybe move the camp down just 5 feet?
Yeah.
Or keep lookouts.
Or higher up on the ground so they're not fish food?
Yeah. Well, and if the pterodactyl dragon thing has attacked them before, you would think that they'd have somebody up at the top of the mountain to kind of wave the flag, say, "Hey, here it comes."
I'm
That's
beginning
what I
to
meant.
realize why
That's what I was
they
saying.
lost
That why
Mandalore.
not have lookouts?
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Stevie's there. What's up? Says fund it. Yes, there's a lot of things we should fund right now, including some great comic books out there. We have some wonderful creators. Check it out, including Jay's campaign, which needs all the support it can get because it's only made 70K so far. I think
Achromatic blue.
that achromatic, yes, achromatic tales.
I
Check it
stand
out.
with Jay. He is not an idiot.
No, he is genuinely a very good friend. You know what? I can say uniquely maybe that I have made nothing but wonderful friends since I started doing this. And
should
you
have
were
seen
all
Dick
a part of that.
He was on there with Vito and Dick Masterson and Ricada and Camelot that night. It was so funny just watching. It's like I don't know what I'm doing.
This is true.
Most of us don't know what we're doing, but he definitely doesn't know what he's doing. But he's doing a good job doing it.
He's looking good, looking confused. That's why I love Jay. Right there.
Okay, so after a 27-minute episode, which was really only 20 minutes, we're getting a 41-minute episode in the next. This is why I hate the show. I hate the show.
You're watching it wrong, Coach. You got to go back to the Boba of Arabia. Watch that one Mando episode that was supposed to be in this season, just so you get what, you know what I mean.
Episodes of Mando.
I know. Then you use that to watch this season, and you're still going to come out more confused than why Victoria Alonso was fired.
TZ Burton giving us the achromatic blue circles. That's right.
Blue balls?
Yeah. Achromatics.
I know. I was going to say blue balls because
He's giving us blue balls, Culture.
He needs to have a zucchini in the middle or whatever it is.
Oh my god! It's blue
Oh
and
my!
purple balls.
That's actually an eggplant. I think you're trying to think about.
Those would be Kang balls, right? Because it'd be purple and blue.
Wouldn't that be that uncomfortable?
That's
It'd be Kangsticles.
Kangsticles. Oh man! Wow! Holy cow! You guys, this is the generosity tonight is amazing. I am blessed.
Yeah, the Mythosaur was cool.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Tina Bojan on that. I thought that
It was lore. It was actually
Landalorian has been very rough to watch, but
That's what
that
he said.
scene, that's what she said. But that scene where he steps in and goes down and all that stuff happens with Bo-Katan and where they've kind of gone with it now, at least from a story perspective, I just wish that they didn't take a 3-episode vignette and make it into 15 episodes or however many they're making. That seems to me.
Sorry, I was asking, why was she sulking on a stone like throne, like a Game of Thrones ripoff?
Yeah, that didn't make sense. And there were in every single episode of the last 4 that I've watched, because there's only 4 of them. I've spent some time hitting the 10-second ahead button to get past like Baby Yoda floating along for 30 seconds.
Toxie, I'm going to blow your mind right now. Okay.
Ooh.
Season 3 of Picard is better than Mandalorian right now. Think about that.
No, I wouldn't doubt it.
It is.
Oh, it is. That's
They
scary.
finally screwed up Star Trek so badly that Kurtzman and everybody have left, and they've actually handed it off to somebody
who's competent,
who cares about it, and is doing something. But there's still a lot of people out there who can't stand it.
Has been there since Star Trek was actually Star Trek, because Terry Matalas started as a production assistant to Brandon Braga on Voyager.
That's true.
He's been there.
And there's one thing that bothered me within the latest episode. I'm not going to get into too much spoilers here, but you know with the bounty, right? You know about the cloaking device talk. Everyone's seen this, right? I'm sorry. Why would you steal that when you literally have a cloaking device in the Defiant that works just fine with Starfleet tech?
That's a good question.
There you go. Make your minds think, ladies and gentlemen. Right there.
I haven't watched anything new. I haven't watched anything new Trek since J.J. Abrams' first movie. So
that's not Trek. That's toilet paper.
And Pope Metallicus brings up that one of the best fan service member berries, whatever you want to throw at the name there colloquially. We got to see a real Enterprise, the NCC 1701A.
Not only that, but the New Jersey. Is the original series design Constitution class. It's not the 25% difference, whatever. And I had a couple of she/hers come at me on Twitter saying, "Well, that 25% thing was never a real thing."
No, it is a real thing.
There was no JJ Trek Enterprise. There was no Discovery Enterprise. That was the original Constitution class ship from the original series, and it was so nice to see.
I know, Marks. Shh.
All right, real quick, we got a few more supers I got to catch up on, and some very generous people with some memberships, including this lady here, but we'll get there in a second. Tim's Talk. What's up, Tim? For $5, I think I already did this one.
Sure, we did that one.
All right.
Yeah, Dick. I remember that one.
All right. And Jillian N. Jillian's awesome. She supports a lot of people. Says, Carry a Nation was the Greta Thunberg of her time.
Very true.
How dare you?
Very true. Carry Nation.
Wow.
Yep.
I have relatives that knew her.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How did they survive?
Well, they grew up in Oklahoma Territory, which was, an outlaw area. That's where Bonnie and Clyde were and stuff, things like that. So they basically did their own corn alcohol and did all that stuff from there.
Oh, shoot. We lost Shags. I just noticed that. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, about 20 minutes back.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
I'm sorry. There's just so many brilliant minds going on and great conversations. I'm overwhelmed. Overwhelmed?
Mm-hmm.
I'm overwhelmed.
Overcome?
Yeah.
I'm over something. Speaking of over something, Pinochet's helicopter tours, who hovers above the land disposing of, communists, for $2 says, if Dune was like Mando, the sandworms would win.
Well, they do win.
Yeah, they do.
Ultimately.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
If Star Wars was like the original trilogy, we'd all be entertained.
Mando is so far
Are you
away
not
from being a good show, but it's closer than anything else I think we've got.
I think Favreau got a boot to the head when they got rid of Gina Carano and just completely screwed up his entire plan. And he had to pivot.
I
and
think
then
it's a good theory.
somebody higher up said, "You've got to put Grogu back in the show because he sells toys."
I think
And he
Filoni.
was hamstrung.
I think Filoni snuck into his room at night and cloned Favreau, then got rid of the real body.
Well, Favreau said he's kind of done making films and stuff for Disney.
So we're talking like a Fetterman situation at this point.
Ooh, a clone. Is it a Clone Wars situation? Because that's what Filoni does.
I feel like that's where we're at. But thank you, Pinochet, for that. We have, of course, me. Tender Warrior 68 gave another incredibly generous 10 Culture Casino memberships. Many of your names are now green. You are the best around. I can't believe it. You know what? I have to play. I have to play a good. There's got to be a good one.
Fade in.
That was not it. Oh wait.
Terminate.
I did that the last time, didn't I? That is not good.
And I quickly want to jump in here. Yes, they both do. The Romulans also lent a cloaking device to the next Define, I believe. Yes.
What happened? God. I think everybody had a cloaking device at some point, but
Kirk lives.
That's anyway, thank you very much, Tender Warrior 68. You are wonderful. What?
That Kirk thing, by the way, was a deep cut.
It was.
Yeah. The Project Phoenix thing, I've got those books. Those are Bantam books from 1977.
And here's an interesting idea.
Device either? The Genesis device was literally in there too.
Yes,
yeah. Genesis.
Yeah. Okay, calm down, everybody. Mags gives away 5 Culture Casino memberships. Holy cow, lady, you are very generous indeed. Thank you very much. All names green. And of course, we have our good friend Mag sending another $5 on top of that. What, did you get paid or something? What's happening here?
I got paid last week.
Okay, all right. Mags for $5 says Culture's Wings Weave brings all the ladies to the yard. I need to clean my glasses. Is that true? Because it's real hair. I mean, it's not. This is.
Somebody clip that, please.
It's weird.
Every time he combs his hair, a horse neighs.
Wait.
That's a sheep culture.
Wait. Culture, you're an e-girl now, aren't you?
Yeah.
I don't see why we needed to bring Sarah Jessica Parker into this.
Oh, wait now.
Oh my god.
My junior year in high school, I was the horse when we played sleigh ride.
Culture's Casino's weave is called Jennifer Lawrence because it's the first weave.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
You know what? This is Jennifer Lawrence does this for Fat Steven.
Where? What is she doing?
Yeah, what is she doing?
She's perfectly stepping over to the seats at the Oscars without spilling a drop of wine.
I thought she was presenting. I was confused.
I thought she was peeing.
Wow. She's trying to write her name in the snow. That's what she's trying to do.
There's no snow there inside the Oscars.
All right, let's do this. Fat Steven, a member for 6 months. He says hammocks in the casino brings the ladies. Really?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Brings them to the yard.
I feel like
they shake all their weaves.
Channel Surf has been a member for 12 months. Thank you for that. I love it, Channel Surf. Appreciate you all. Did he baa like a sheep? I did. I don't know.
Stay away from 70s.
That 70s rock band is not on the stream, but you just basically did his mating call. So we got a problem. He can show up soon. I don't know.
Don't do it 3 times in a row. He will be here.
Shaved sheep will show up in your back.
Larry, what do you mean 6 months? What's up? Larry, a name so nice you say it twice. Larry. Oh, the very lovely Tina Bojan is here for the first time since I've known you. Your hair is longer than mine now. Well, it's got to go another 5 inches before I cut it this next time, because I will not look like Prince Valiant again and give Fat Steven the opportunity to show those clips.
Are you gonna braid it like a Viking?
Okay.
Okay, there are two reasons.
I put you on Henry Cavill's body as The Witcher. You complain. I put you on Tobey Maguire as Evil Toby. You complain. What can I put you on?
No. Evil Toby, I was fine with. That dance scene. Amazing.
Do you want me to put the weave somewhere else on this body? I can do it.
So Fat Steven, you can't do anything. That's what you're getting
Steven,
at.
stop memeing. I'm sorry. do you want the X-Wing twerking video? Will that make up for it?
Please do that. Can we show that?
That 70s rock fan.
Yes, dude.
I love that guy. I got to get him on here. You know what? He's showing up. He'll be here next Sunday. I may even bring Tim in here. That'd be dangerous. Culture does not need to braid my hair. Okay, there are two reasons for men to put their hair up. Two. And unless it's a part of your profession, it might actually kill you if you don't. Reason number one in public to put your hair up. You are riding a horse. Reason number two to put your hair up in public. You are riding a motorcycle. Absent that, there is no other reason to put your hair up in public.
So are you writing something else?
So what? Okay, wait. What if you're working at a food place that you need to require a hair?
That is a part of your job. Different.
What if you're an Uber driver?
That's gay.
That's tough. You do it,
I hear that, Uber drivers. He just called you.
That is not what I said. Uber drivers are awesome. They get me home and around places when I may have had a little beverage.
That's what he said.
I thought he said aroused places, right?
That's what he said. Yes.
Why are you making things up? Why?
That's what
I
he
say
said.
enough dumb stuff as it is. You don't have to invent more.
What? Oh, no.
I love Uber. It arouses me places.
Terminus S brought something up a little while back. We were talking about Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I wanted to just circle back to that real quick. He said that Rogue One was the closest thing to Star Wars we've gotten in a while. And I know a lot of people didn't like that film. I did. I thought it was, and I thought it was really well done.
I feel like this is a trap.
And I thought it was a story.
It's a trap.
Okay.
I thought they were going to do extended universe stuff out of that. And then they just totally screwed the pooch. I think Solo is what got him.
Yeah. Well, they didn't. We already know that Kathleen Kennedy already said that there's no source material, even though there's been comics, books, puzzles.
Yeah.
Books.
She came out and did that and just destroyed the EU from there. And that was,
But they pick pieces from it, and they pick pieces that they can soy up into something that's not even legible. They've lost the art of creating a hero's journey, a villain's arc, a hero's arc, a underdog arc. There is none of this in Star Wars. It's all here's your force, here's your midichlorians. Please beat that bad guy over there who somehow is a white clone of a bad guy.
Midichlorians was the dumbest thing ever.
Oh, I agree with
I
that.
do like in the Blandalorian, they brought back the guy that played Jar Jar to be a
Jedi.
Jedi that got Grogu out. I think they are building things up. I think there is a story there. I just like Andor. Man, they're taking so long to say it.
There is a new Lego set coming out, and I believe it's called Build Your Own Latin X-Wing.
Latinx?
Okay, all right. Okay.
Oh my god.
Let's talk about Ahmad Best. No, hang on. I want to talk about Ahmad Best. Ahmad
Best in Jedi Survivor, that new game that's coming out.
Okay,
worm dude.
Yeah.
So what I don't get is that they tried to armor Ahmad Best as a Jedi by saying he was attacked by fans, which is not true. For being Jar Jar in the.
It wasn't him that was a problem.
No.
Well,
it was the character itself.
Yes.
Hang on, because Ahmad Best did at one point contemplate suicide because of stuff.
But that wasn't because of the fans. It was because the fans did not like Jar Jar. It wasn't because of the It wasn't because of the actor who played Jar Jar.
Right.
That was on George Lucas. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, George Lucas got rid of his ex-wife who did all the good stuff for him.
Yep.
I mean, come on. call it
like
it is.
I have said, look, I've said for years that one of the biggest problems with the prequel trilogies is that there was nobody around. George Lucas did not have a Gary Kurtz on that trilogy. He didn't
No, he
have
didn't.
somebody sitting there saying,
There
"You
was
can't
some
do
real
that. We don't
crap
have
in
the
that
money."
trilogy.
Nobody told
Yeah.
him no.
Yeah.
Hey, Lore.
Yeah.
No, the problem there. George Lucas has a huge, he's got a very vast imagination where he needs a little help in directing it. But the thing is, somebody who is able to put it down to make it into movie form.
Mhm.
I'm not
Well,
saying
yeah.
I'm not saying he's not good at what he does in terms of world building, storytelling, and everything else. He just needs somebody who's going to be able to help him put all of his thoughts down on paper. Now, granted, we all have a great imagination. We all need somebody who's going to be able to tell us and say, "Hey, this is not going to work in your world," because it's just it's
Right.
just,
Well, I mean, George Lucas didn't want to do Star Wars. He had lost
wanted to do
Coppola
Flash
so much money. They told him, you need to make 2 films. One of them's this and one of them's this. And he went and made American Graffiti, and then he made Star Wars.
Mhm.
So when you don't like the thing that's making you billions of dollars,
Disney,
and that's become
Well-
this worldwide phenomenon,
He made American Graffiti on a dare because he had done THX 1138. He wanted to do these artistic auteur type things, and Coppola said, "You're not going to make any money doing that. I bet you can't even make a mainstream film." And he went and did American Graffiti, and that got him the Star Wars thing because Alan Ladd Jr. said, "Okay, we'll take a look at this thing." But Lucas wanted to make Flash Gordon.
yeah, but he didn't want to make Star Wars.
Well, Star Wars came out of him not getting the rights to Flash Gordon.
Right.
Yeah.
I have a question. Are we in the future going to be seeing a remake of Barbarella, and will we call them Themarella?
It is currently in production development, I think. Yes.
Who's playing the main?
Amarilla.
Let me look real quick.
Dylan Mulvaney.
Jane Fonda
Oh,
again.
please don't. No, if it's Dylan Mulvaney, oh god.
Dylan.
And-
What about the transportation, dude?
Jane Fonda's
Oh, the one that steals all the luggage out of the airport?
Yes.
Oh, that guy. Oh,
That would be, no, he's playing Theft Gordon.
Hey, Jacob.
No, it's
Sam Britton or whatever his name is.
It's Billy Porter that's actually playing.
I thought you were going to say Billy Mays.
I thought you were going to say Billy Batson. I was like, that's just
Coming
man.
back from the grave, Billy Mays.
I'm here to tell you another spectacular.
I've done so
object.
much cocaine, my heart exploded, and I'm back.
I'm Billy Mays, and this is my resurrection.
Billy Mays here.
Oh my god, that South Park episode.
Here from the afterlife.
Okay, so there's something very wrong with you guys.
Yeah,
I love all of you, but you guys are broken humans.
But yet you still bring us on.
Because he needs to grift money from us.
Griff. Jennifer Lawrence is
Flash Gordon.
Barbarella.
No. Get Angelina Jolie when she was like 20 years younger to play.
Action
No,
Contest-
I've seen a name attached to this project. I'm trying to see if I can do it. My computer's moving slow. It is currently in
All the
development,
monitors.
but I have seen a name.
I have too, and yeah.
Wait, Barbarella remake actress? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Is it Sydney? No, it's not Sydney Sweeney, is it?
Yes.
All right, cool. I just
Is
really
she
Googled
playing
Barbarella
Sweeney
remake.
Todd?
No. Who is she?
What's happening?
Oh, good choice.
Okay, wait a minute. All right.
Oh.
Okay, so we never did get to John Wick. Have any of you seen it other than me?
Twice. I've seen
Yes.
it twice.
I have not been able to see it. If there's going to be
Brahma-
spoilers, I will take my.
I'll send you a link, Mags, after you can watch it
Yeah,
online.
Brahma
Okay,
doesn't
thank you.
count because he's wrong.
Hmm.
Tox was influenced by Brahma, so he's wrong.
With what,
Culture-
John
culture-
Wick?
No, I thought of more reasons why you
Cul-
should not like the way this one went
Culture,
that I
John
didn't
Wick.
share on.
Culture, you
There
need to
w-
see this.
Did you not see the picture I sent you via text of the guy that fell asleep in my theater?
Yes.
All right.
He was
So
drunk.
there are some people, and I will say this: if you play and like video games, you will love John Wick.
Thank you.
Okay, that makes sense. I will like this one.
Yeah,
not gonna
if
debate
you've
it
done
yet.
that and all that stuff, I do not play those video games. All right, I've
Are you
stopped
saying you're
around
an old
Wolfenstein.
curmudgeon? Are you saying you're an old curmudgeon toxic?
I'm saying that I stopped playing video games when it was time to be an adult. That's what I'm saying.
Are you
Really?
Gavin
Heck yeah.
McGinnis now? Are
Really?
you going to take out
That's
your little
right.
winky?
It's already out. What do you think all this stuff is sticking out of me? Come on.
Where's Mrs. Blue with me?
I'm not an adult because I play video games
That's
on
right.
YouTube for a
There
living.
are plenty of people that have fun playing video games and they love it and they do all kinds of stuff. And everybody that plays that, more power to you. I do things on my own that, the same from there. I just stopped playing them. I was more programming them and doing it stuff from there. So I didn't play them.
You're saying you were programming, so you're basically an AI.
Pretty much.
So you're Tox GPT?
Yeah, I guess. Those are not answers you want us to have back. Don't ask me questions.
All right, quickly, I have a picture for you,
answers.
Culture. You need to see the new Barbarella.
All right.
I think there's a lot of
Toxic,
people
you know
are going to
I love
enjoy John Wick. There was a lot of good stuff. They had one of the greatest fight scenes I've ever seen.
Unbelievable.
It was incredible. And my kids and wife would go see it. We had a chance to go see a pre-screening of the D&D movie, and they couldn't get out of John Wick in time to go do that. Yeah. Oh, that's because I really wanted to go see how good that was going to be. But,
okay, sorry.
I know. But there were parts of John Wick that I'm just like, okay, whatever. But they loved it, and they're into that. It was when he's at the bottom of the stairs.
Which flight?
Okay.
The first time before he falls down the first time.
Whoa. If
All right,
you
wait.
start talking spoilers, Mags is going to leave.
Yeah, we can't do
Oh,
that.
she hasn't seen it yet?
No.
Yeah, I will take.
Okay.
No. I can take
there's
my
people in
headphones
the
off.
audience that
Just-
said
just
this.
put
No,
it-
that's
put it
fine.
in the chat.
No,
That's
calm
fine.
down. Everybody, time out. There are people in the audience that said the same thing. We're not going to do spoilers. I really do want to. If you're interested in seeing this film, go see it because I enjoyed it.
I'm gonna Culture. I'm going to see it. I will promise you.
Okay. All right.
It's been sent to you, Mags. You can watch it tonight or tomorrow.
Well, thanks for holding everybody's conversation hostage,
Thank you.
Max.
Yeah, it's not just her. It's a popcorn movie, says Mr. Tickle.
Well, I
Trump.
mean, here's the problem with the spoilers thing that I have a huge problem with it, and it's why I'm not in Allegiant anymore. You say that it was great, and I say there are problems. You tell me I'm wrong. We
Why did I tell
cannot
you
have a
wrong?
discussion about it.
Right.
Because people will say spoilers. You know what?
In this,
You
in this
have the
case,
exact same thing on here that you have on Twitter. You can take your headphones off as Meg was going to. You can mute yourself. You can go somewhere else.
I was
If
going to do
people are
that.
top of this. And that's the thing.
But
If it's not me,
it'll be somebody else.
Right. So stuff from there. It'll be somebody else that's going to do that. I understand people can't go see those things, blah, 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 and all that. I get it. But if you're going to put yourself in a show where we're going to talk about this stuff, stop screaming spoilers at me.
No. I hear you. I'm with you. But what I'm going to say is this: you weren't the biggest fan. Thought it was not up to snuff with the previous films.
Right.
Brahma.
But I didn't say it was a bad film.
No, you did not, and that's true. Brahma has like some paid off shill vendetta against the film. I think Disney bought him. I don't know.
I did not like it.
no, I won't spoil it. Okay.
No, you won't spoil it.
No, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to say one thing about Wick. The soundtrack itself makes me want to buy the vinyl. It is fantastic. I'm not going to lie. The music fits with that movie so
100%.
freaking
That
good.
Soundtrack was phenomenal.
And it's all custom made, I believe, right? None of them are actually copywritten music. It's all taken.
No,
hints
there
from
were a
stuff.
couple of them that were, they were remakes.
Yeah.
Well, there's that one scene where I was like, I hate this. And you know what? I
It has flaws.
I retroactively hated it because Brahma reintroduced the fact that I didn't like it during the film. For
But
one
I mean,
reason.
there are some stuff in there that are just phenomenal.
Yeah, oh God.
And when I came back Thursday, I was talking to one of the kids about it, and I'm like, I'm just going to tell you, there's this gun, and it's amazing.
Oh God.
What he does with this gun and what it was made for, and it's something it's a real gun.
It's
that
real.
Terran Tactical made for him.
Yep.
All right. And that's the kind of stuff that gets me, is that's real stuff.
Yep.
That's what I liked about the first one.
And
you suspend disbelief because anytime a gun goes off inside of a closed room and you don't have hearing protection, you're gonna go deaf.
I'm actually considering buying myself a Pit Viper.
I would love, and the concept of that gun is phenomenal for self-defense. And there's a couple of scenes that are just out of this world. Culture and I think we agreed on this Thursday, and I think Brahma did. I think we all did. There is one action scene that broke new ground.
I don't care. This guy's being
just
weird.
Broke new ground.
It did. I again, this is twice in this franchise, this Tender 4 film franchise where they broke ground visually that you won't see anywhere else. Even I think it may have only been present in one video game I can even recall. But it's just the cinematography is unmatched. The set pieces are epic. There's
the hand-to-hand action scenes with
real.
all of them. Donnie Yen.
God dang, still.
You mean
he's
the
the
Jedi
reason I like Rogue One.
Yeah.
He's great. Ip Man. If you haven't seen Ip Man, IPMAN, the Chinese movies with Donnie Yen.
Man.
Yeah, see it. See
You're welcome. Tina, I also sent to you, but I'll give some. I think I understand where also Talks is coming from in this. I am a game player, right? It doesn't mean I'm not an adult, but you're not into that thing anymore. There was a lot of hints.
Kidding.
But I know you were because I'm a man child, but there's a lot of hints of cyberpunk. There's a lot of hints of cyberpunk within chapter 4. That's why maybe it got to me so well, because even if I wasn't able to go to the theaters watching a good screener of it, you got the audio, the music makes that film. Literally, you could be blind and just listen to the dialogue and the music, and you know what is going on. The sound design in that is fantastic.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
It wouldn't be making the money it was making right now if people weren't literally like addicts at a heroin clinic looking for this type of entertainment, this type of action. And guess what? It might be too long. It doesn't feel too long.
Well, I think Culture's right on that. It was 2 movies.
It was.
Yeah.
And I would have liked to have seen the 2 movies, but I know why they only did the 1.
Yeah.
Even Donnie Yen's character was 2 movies.
Oh God!
Starts off doing tricks, and then by the end, he's just Rogue One Donnie Yen.
Oh, dude, yeah, he's.
There's no preaching. There's no preaching. The underlying messages of brotherhood,
There's
loyalty,
none of that.
respect, family is and fathers and daughters in this whole film.
Yeah.
Bro, it's there.
Yeah, there's.
No, I didn't say there was preaching. That's not what my problem was with the movie.
But Steven,
they had more hair than you.
Steven is right. Steven is right.
I can't say without giving spoilers.
Okay.
Oh God, that's funny.
Steven is right when, even though the casting definitely had flavors of modern bologna sausage, some of the dialogue had flavors of modern bologna sausage.
I didn't see that.
Overall, glorious. Speaking of bologna sausage, if you guys haven't noticed, for those of you who are channel members, you have new emojis. One of them is bologna sausage. So you know.
You got Dave Filoni as an emoji?
No.
No, okay.
And yes, we're done talking about John Wick. It's a good
film. We didn't spoil anything.
No,
guys, this is
a good film. You're gonna like the soundtrack. You're gonna like the action. There's a couple of scenes in there that are gonna make you stand up in your seat.
This picture should sum it up.
That there's a lot of good stuff in this film.
Oh yeah, and by the way, that was an amazing thumbnail you did for Valiant, dude.
That took 20 minutes. It just fell to place right away. And then
I probably want to kill you a lot, just so you know.
I also designed his logo too. That VNR was built just with rectangles.
Well, thanks for helping me out too. For sure.
You know, it's called a DM culture. It's been open for over 3 years, bro. Do you know?
Shut up, we're friends.
Put down the sheep and start DMing me, man.
No. The sheep guy is that 70s rock fan. He lives in Canada with you.
I don't care. He's not touching my sheep.
He doesn't sound like the rest of you guys.
You know, he has his own petting zoo.
He does.
Does he like cut out like? Never mind. I'm not gonna make that joke.
Yeah, well, he's able to lift his sheep over the fence without his hands.
That's what he said.
I know this. Tim's talk sends $2 to say, "Hey, Culture, John Wick collab, bro. I'm with you, bro. Shoot me an idea. We'll get together. I love it."
Well, haven't they been talking about it over on Nick Weiser's Toxic Tuesdays?
Oh, dude, Nick. So. Yeah, let me tell you, those streams were epic. And by the way, the most important thing about a John Wick film, and I'm going to wrap that subject up right here, is a wet fight.
Do you say wet fart?
I thought you said wet fart. Yes, he did say that.
John Wick, Chapter 5, wet fart.
Wait, fight! You suck. Anyway, it is.
Can you imagine how long the EFAP will be for John Wick?
Can you imagine every time they're in a battle scene, you hear farting, and you're trying to figure out which part belongs to which fighter? Who was that? Was that Wick? I think that was the other guy. What's going on?
John Wick, chapter 30.
I like how Jason's laughing and sitting back.
We're gonna have to analyze. We're gonna have to analyze the farts. Depends.
We are losing audience with the fart jokes.
No, we're not. Culture, leave it alone.
We need 4 more likes, chat, to get those wet fart jokes out of here.
Yes, I need 4 more. Look at the audience is dropping.
No, they're not.
Brian Barth, what's up? Member for 2 months, says, do you wish there were still director-driven films? Are you kidding me? That would be glorious. By the way, there is one. Tarantino's last film.
Wet fart.
It's called
Tarantino's last film is requiring everybody who wants a chance to buy the script, buy him and buy this thing, to show up at his agent's office to read the script. They can't leave with it. They have to then take that back to somebody else and bid on it. That's amazing. Do
they have to do the Peter Panda dance to get to it?
Dude, I don't know what they have to do.
That's
all
a
I know is
pacifier reference.
I have a question. Can anyone picture what a silencer for a butt would be?
Butt silencer?
Oh my
They're
God.
gonna be a wet silent, but
It'd be a pair of depends.
These are my
Actually, I've
friends.
got a meme in my Twitter about that.
Would that be
Culture
would
was
that
in
be
there.
Biden's bike
These are my
Biden bike
friends.
shorts?
Fart Club.
Oh yeah. No,
The first
there
thing we
was.
do about Fart Club is not smell.
Jason's sharing something. I'm going to share what Jason has.
Shall I distract you?
It looks inspiring. I feel inspired.
This is Ariel Racine.
That's the one I was
She
sharing.
is going to be
Barbarella.
a guest on Live from the Bunker tomorrow.
Oh, she's not.
She is starring in a new movie called Kill Her Goats.
Can you get back to the other picture? Thank you. Yes.
Is she
be
wearing
guest on the
that
show
tomorrow on stream?
No,
Yes.
probably not.
Is she wearing the tops or the bottoms tomorrow?
Probably not.
That's
Okay,
what a
so-
sexist would say.
A misogynist would say, right?
That's how I'm going to start my week.
Culture, I'm sharing
Biggity.
the solution.
The other
to
5
wet
days
fart problem.
crying
Solution
because
to,
you don't have
solution to
anyone.
wet farts.
I think there's gonna be moisture involved with that wet fart.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at the designs. Are those carrots and pizza? Oh, look at
So
you.
Devil Made Me Do It did this one in Thursday's show. So we all get to that age, just like Culture Casino, where we won't be able to stop pissing our pants. But incontinence is no laughing matter. That's why the Dix Division developed Mampers. Long-lasting dryness. FitFlex underwear, 17 count. When your bladder is weak and your Dix starts to leak, think Mampers. Good stuff.
Wow.
Now, I have a picture for Culture, which is
Oh, no.
supposedly the new Barbarella.
Oh,
Yes, that Jason was talking about.
hello.
There's
Jason,
still 200 people watching
Yep,
this. I haven't
that's her.
chased them all off yet.
Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
And she's going to be an executive producer, I think I saw.
Isn't she the chick that can't
Isn't
afford to
everybody
live
an
in a
executive
house?
producer?
I'm not
She's
sure
the
about
what?
that one.
Isn't she the one that was complaining a few months ago that she can't even afford a house in California or something like
I
that?
thought that was Ellen.
And
Not many people can.
No, I
is
can't
she
remember.
the one from Euphoria?
I mean, I can't afford a house there.
I can't even afford a Lego house there.
No, but she was in like a hit show. Her parents got wasn't she the one that the parents were like wearing MAGA hats at one of the birthday parties or something, then everybody went nuts about her?
She is in Euphoria.
Have you ever had a dream that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
Holy shit! It sounds like a Culture intro.
That made
Oh
me
my
uncomfortable.
God,
It
it
is
does.
like talking the mad.
Was that a Dreamweaver situation?
Ooh, drain.
Oops. I meant to do this.
That was Dream Leaker.
Max, we got to get you on one of our Monday or Thursday shows. We
I
have
know.
got to get
She's
you on.
just talk her into staying up late
Yes.
once. I mean, yeah, she's funny.
Toxic. You have.
I've been saying this for a long
Toxic,
time.
And you know
yes,
what?
you have been trying to get me on since last April, and you have not done a thing about it.
And
I know that's all my fault.
And
last March.
You have to insist that she appear on camera. You know, because
You can do that. She didn't want to.
No,
that's sexist.
Yeah, okay, fine.
You know what I'm doing? I'm pulling up the schedule right now. I'm going to put some dates in the private chat.
Moi says, "Can we use it on the Russians?" Maybe.
I mean,
What, John Wick?
No, the Vipers.
No.
He's been a little weird all night.
He's great. I love that. Fun troll. I like fun trolls. They're good too.
Oops.
Yeah, oops.
I fucking timed that guy out because he was being weird.
Did he slide into those trolls?
Wait. Tom's gonna go watch Miami Vice. You have the link to the show.
He was already on the show.
Tom?
And left.
But he went to go eat a thing.
To be fair, you said 90 minutes when we all started. And
I
now
know.
we're
We called
2.5 hours.
Yeah,
I know. You
I
guys
said 3 hours, and we're pushing it.
And I said, why?
Hey,
tell them
Yeah,
that
so
it's
don't
human
sit
nature.
there and tell me that we're losing viewers when most of your viewers have already fallen asleep.
Do we get a cut of the money made tonight? I'm wondering.
I didn't make it. Okay, I'm not going to say it that way.
I didn't make any money, Jack. Give me more. Just give me more.
I want to say this. Pinochet's helicopter tours for $2 says Keanu is a fan of the cyberpunk genre. Oh gosh,
Yeah, he was in the video game and stuff.
he was. Could you?
And he's got a comic book.
So speaking of Keanu Reeves, did you guys see the latest video of him carrying like production crew equipment going up the steps for John Wick 4? I mean, like that
Dude's
dude.
space dude.
That dude is an awesome dude. We need to celebrate him.
He is a normal person. There are not many of them in Hollywood.
Didn't he have a wife who passed?
Yeah, I don't. He is his personal his level of personal tragedy
has been
unmatched.
high.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
Unmatched.
He has survived that meme of looking sad on a bench.
But think of the iconic roles he's had and how divergent they are. Bill and Ted. All right. Speed.
Yeah.
Matrix.
And then you've got The Matrix and John Wick.
Yep. Johnny Mnemonic.
And
Johnny Mnemonic. There's another one.
He was in a bunch of stuff. Before you can even think of it. You know, he was in the Surf movie, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Point Break. But go all the way back before Bill and Ted. He was in Parenthood.
Damn,
you know, he has done every kind of role. Most people just don't remember it. Because he's an actor. He's an actor. He blends into what.
Wait. Keanu Reeves is an actor?
He's an actor.
A time traveler in a phone booth?
Lunch.
Midnight Edge After Dark says, you guys are still live. Yes,
let's not forget. He was also in 47 Ronin as well.
Yes, he was really good.
The Day the Earth Stood Still. Some people are very iffy on that.
Bram Stoker's Dracula. His best
Yeah,
role
Day
ever.
the Earth Stood Still was a little bit. Bram Stoker's Dracula. He was in that.
Speaking of Dracula, Nicolas Cage is doing a new comedy.
I saw that.
That looks so much fun.
Yeah, it does.
That was
Seems
one of the
like Willie.
previews.
It'd be great. Yeah.
There were a couple of previews that looked pretty good.
Yeah, Renfield.
You know what?
I actually like the black and white version of those stills. That was really reminiscent of old Hollywood. I like that.
Very much Bela Lugosi.
He was also in Chain Reaction with Morgan Freeman, if you remember that, where he was making
that's one of Mrs. Flu's favorite films, Chain Reaction.
Wasn't there like an old Western movie that came out too in 2023? That came out. It was kind of very like
Walk in the Clouds.
No,
Oh, yeah.
It was something else. I can't remember what it was.
No, but Keanu got that role. He stole it from two other actors. The weirdest thing ever. The story behind that one is nuts. Day 2 of Culture Stream. Water is low. Had to eat memes for sustenance. Please help.
But you look at it this way. We used to have great action stars across the board, where they'd be like,
Yeah, the old way. Yep.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Tom nailed it as usual. Tom knows more than everybody.
Comics division called the John Wick film a throwback to 80s action.
We need more of that. That template is there. That template is so simple. Hollywood could be making hundreds and millions of dollars. They can even apply that template to comic book films. But what are we getting? I'm black. That woman is better than me. Save me. All right, fight villain. Game over.
Did you guys see that video that DC Comics put out on social media?
No.
Let me see if I can find it real quick. Because
Stephen, without giving spoilers for John Wick, that is one of the things I did not like. Is I think we are going to see a woman taking over that.
You want me to take my earbuds off? I can do that.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
No.
Oh, no.
Because there's people in the chat that don't want to either.
All right. This is not a spoiler. Okay. You need to stay for John Wick until the end of the credits.
Oh, yeah. That's
okay?
true. You have to stay after that.
Everybody else on stream got up and walked out. I stayed. There's a stinger at the very end of the scrolling credits.
That's what I saw on Twitter. Yes.
Yeah. So stay for that.
Don't lose that.
Did you guys see the new Defenders Beyond?
No.
All right, here, Culture. I have it down for you. This is pretty much a reaction to the new comic book cover. I don't know you guys have seen this, right?
Oh yes.
Oh no.
Terrible artwork.
Look at Loki. He's wearing fucking Aquaman's outfit.
Oh, hold on. How do I describe this cover?
Can you embiggen that terribleness?
Oh, they deleted
emotional. Damn it.
You want me to make this bigger? No, I can't. That's the size of the video, bro. I was screen capping. I'm sorry.
What you're saying? It's a wet fart. It's limp.
It is, and this is supposed to be Captain Marvel, that old dude, the black dude on the right. That's Captain Marvel.
Wet fart.
Look at the art style on that. That's comic book world right now.
It's terrible.com.
Why is she pooping on cover? What is this? Look at Tigra.
That looks like something you'd get in like a Happy Meal.
It's Cal Arts. Yeah, that's Cal Arts. Actually, it's the bag that holds the Happy Meal. That's how freaking terrible.
The baggy paper bag.
Why are you talking about bags, man? What's up with that?
Tim's talk for two. You know what?
I read that.
No, I didn't. I'm reading a $2 super chat because he sent that wasn't a super chat. Then he sent a $2 super chat to say that.
I think we read that one.
I know, but I will read this one. Shellback TJC, my buddy Shellback says, "What's the first rule about Wet Fart Club?"
Don't.
That's
is
funny.
the first rule about Wet Fart Club?
Don't talk about Wet Fart Club.
Nobody told Biden that in the Vatican.
I was gonna say, don't ever trust a fart. That's all I'm gonna say.
All I remember is that dude was trying to take off in a jetpack from the stage when he was talking to Anderson Cooper on a town hall. I was like, good Lord.
Is it true
Cultures
wet farts turn into like just a powder? Is that true?
Cultures at that age where all of his farts say this.
You are doomed.
Oh my God.
These are my friends, people.
By the way, Tom, if you're still in the chat, I did send you a reply on your email.
All right. Larry.
There's
Larry, the name's so nice. You say it twice. Larry for $2 says, take your hat off, boy. That's a $2 bill. So you see, I did. I'm no longer wearing the hat. I got to wash this hair tonight. You guys are making it more difficult for me to wash and condition my hair.
Are you saying you're going to get your hair moist tonight? Is that what you're saying?
Is that on the Only Weaves channel?
I just
used to be moist.
You used to be my friends.
The only weaves.
Follow Culture Casino on his new Moist Towelette OnlyFans.
I don't feel like that's a thing.
If you want to donate 44 coins right now, I will take the wet nap out of the packaging and wipe my face. Just 44 coins.
I might actually. You know what? I'm going to start.
This is the sound of me brushing my weave.
You can actually get like me to like clean my glasses first.
He's also y'all. He's also an e-girl.
For 100 coins, I'll stick my wet finger in my ear.
He's a mouse. He's a girl.
Tim Hayes has been a member for 13 months. He says, "Hail, Culture Casino." Well, hail to you,
Hey,
Tim.
Tim.
Thanks. Love Tim. Tim's great. Was there anything else super fun that I can like try to distract you idiots from this thing?
Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go?
Which way did he go, George? Which way
Well, I
did he
do
go?
have him, and I will pet him, and I will call him Whitfart.
Oh my gosh!
Wow!
Wow! Apparently,
well
I'm
done,
on
whoever
the
did
hub.
this.
You are.
I did that months ago. Something came up in a conversation. I was like, yeah, I need to build that just in case.
You know why? Because I was covering the fact that the hub was having trouble.
That's right. That's what
You
that
were,
was.
you were,
I remember
hold
that.
on, Culture. You were covering?
Yeah, it was a news item.
It was
Duck
a
and
news
cover.
item. It was a news report.
He's been covering his head
Sorry, I'm
for
being
a long
retarded.
time. That's all right. You know what it is? It's all
See,
the
that's the
methane
label
from the
that
wet
you can
farts.
put on all of the hair products you got coming out.
You know,
And your
you know what?
supplements.
You guys are mocking me, but when you can buy my hair and body products, you're going to be like, "Damn, these are good." I'm going to be
I
like,
already bought
"Yes."
your body
Yep.
parts. Don't worry.
Because I'm going to make a commercial for one of our comedy bits that's going to be, I wash my balls with Culture Casino.
I'm excited for cocaine kaijus. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, yeah.
Me too. Look, did you catch that?
10% for the big guy.
Yeah,
Shark's gonna
exactly.
be
Did you guys catch my reporting on that cocaine African cat that like jumped out of a car and like was chased down by the police?
Was that the
fucking
tiger or the lion or whatever?
No, it
Or
was
it
like
kid?
one of those large
It was like a-
weird. Yeah, it's like this
Yeah, I
giant.
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's somewhat domesticated, but not really. It was very strange.
Are you saying
It was
that
like a
you've been
Bengal
attacked
cat.
by a large cocaine-filled pussy?
No, what the hell is this?
Oh my god.
It's ma'am.
Fat Stephen, is that you?
Oh, that's Az. And that's the GameStop guy.
And the
What do you-
GameStop guy.
What?
Hey, he already liked this. This was weeks ago. This is still.
The chat jumped. We actually gained viewers when I showed as in this other person.
Yeah, there's 200 people watching.
I literally snorted. Thank you, Fat Stephen.
Cocaine kaijus do a lot of good things.
Lord Shax over on the Rumble side says Toxis is trying to get her on meet incoming. Whoa, hey now.
What?
Meet incoming.
Hey,
Lord
what?
Shax.
Hey, I'm happily married. I'm fine.
Tox saw the Beyond Meat thrown at his face. Oh, okay. Culture.
Oh, yeah, I did.
What? Warning at the toilet, you are doomed. Oh my. Culture's ball hair Jerry curl active. That is uncomfortable. Whoever Lord Shax is, I'm very.
All right, folks, listen.
What,
Culture
Lord Shax?
straightens his testicle hairs. All right, so they're not curly.
No, it's true.
So does your weave product help with other areas of the body?
He has a merkin.
How does it work?
Line of
back hair?
merkins. He even has.
No, actually,
he has
there are parts of my
vaginal-
calm down. There are parts of my body that don't have a lot of hair. Just calm down.
His
Can you
fingernails.
Yeah.
can you weave your back hair?
No, I don't have back hair.
Well, he doesn't have hair on his ass because the hands that are on it all the time, rubbing it off. But that, you know,
He relives Quest for Fire, but he doesn't use
What?
sticks. He just
This show is no longer a show any longer. It's just
Would you like
it's
to watch
the
the
after
X-Men?
dark. It's after midnight.
It's like 1:00 for me. Culture.
I'm-
What the heck?
I'm tired.
You're tired. Is 1 a.m.
That's your excuse all the time.
I know.
You have a headache too?
No.
He's got a moist fart coming on.
We have at least 12 minutes of outro to go through. So everybody calm down.
Yeah,
we don't leave a show like other shows. First of all, limited promotion at the end. There's a lot of entertainment to be offered, including
You're never going to send me a link again, are you?
random commentary.
He will.
It's a shit show. Thank you, Dungeon Master Blaster.
E. Clay Thompson says he can't wait for Culture's line of anal weaves.
So can you braid your hair with that stuff? With your anal hair?
Is it stain retardant?
We clearly
is retard.
We've sharked the jump at this point.
Do they wear? Do the beads wear
Big
glasses?
Shark. All right. Speaking of Big Shark,
Hey,
Tommy
Lisa,
White-
how you doing?
Hey, Lisa.
Can we go now?
No.
No.
Your show.
Did you guys see the new Rings of Power concert poster?
Oh,
What
God.
You see a horse died on the production?
Yeah,
No.
you did see.
And
Yeah,
Peter wants to
good.
CGI it.
The hell is this?
That's the
Did you
Rings of
see what
Power live
Jaffo?
in concert.
I didn't realize you had that product culture.
Lizzo makes Jello look horrifying.
You know what? Stick around because the after part of the show is almost as good as. Well, I can't say that.
Jaffo
gotta
says that
go.
you have a taint wax.
Hey, you know what? You know what? I'm going to run this outro,
Oh
and then
my
you can
God.
promote yourselves or whatever else. Fuck,
Wait,
I'm
we
it.
can't run the.
This guy's a dick.
Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll put it on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you gon' wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I don't fucking take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll put it on your face to make you go take it back.
Who is it? It's wet fart.
Is that a chocolate cake that you just dropped?
That is a little dangly that fell right off there. And
Is there a little dingle?
There's another one.
Is that a dingle doorbell ding?
Dingleberry. Yeah. So what does toilet paper and the USS Enterprise have in common?
It's moist.
They both circle around Uranus and pick up any Klingons.
Is a reach around?
Yes. Totally 100%. So.
Oh,
that's what culture sounds like when he gets his.
Neighbors bothering you with their loud music?
You know who else in there?
Your boss or coworker harassing you?
Wait, what? Who said that?
Maybe you have a roommate who cries in their sleep. Bully Mays here with a solution that proves every problem has a mortality rate. Introducing Shank Crate, your all-in-one monthly subscription box that can take care of those in-your-face issues. Each box contains new and unique materials for you to build your very own custom shank.
Oh my gosh.
And for your protection, the contents of each box are totally secret until you receive it. And not only does it create solutions, it also serves as a creative outlet, like an adult form of Lego.
Oh, yeah. Right? That is a literal knife's edge.
Maybe you, like some of our other customers, have questions.
Can I bring it to school?
Who's ever heard of a pencil not being allowed at school?
Can you store it in a pocket?
Absolutely.
What if you don't, have any pocket?
Your discretion. Whether you're conscientious about the Earth or just not opposed to being a good steward of the environment, each Shank Crate and its contents are made of 100% recycled materials to make sure we're environmentally friendly. And if you order now, we'll be extra sensitive to the environment and keep all the original fingerprints on the items for your convenience. All for the low cost of $19.99 a month. Call 626-831-9333 to get your Shank Crate today. If you call now and secure your monthly subscription for only $19.99, you'll get your very own alibi insurance for those slightly stickier situations. But wait again, there's even more. To be inclusive, culturally respectful, and as patriotic as possible, each monthly box is themed after a unique prison in the US of A. So call 626-831-9333 now to get your very own unique, patriotic, and environmentally friendly Shank Crate with your own personal alibi insurance.
Is this thing on?
Is it on?
Can anyone hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Hi?
Yes. Hey.
Hey?
Hey.
Give me your crane money.
I don't have but $1 to my name.
I smell and taste purple ass burgers.
Not sure what to do with that one.
Neither do I.
Why, hello there, random citizen.
Oh, hey there, little buddy. How's it going?
Have you subscribed to CultureCasino yet?
Well, no.
Friggin' A. These guys, I tell ya.
Oh!
Dang it, I missed. Why won't these guys just subscribe already?
That hurt.
I still can't believe. What are you doing?
I figured I had like 12 minutes.
No, that one only runs for a
Fine.
few seconds. You're gonna get killed now. You're not paying attention.
It's the challenging stage.
Oh,
I
you're
won't
fine.
get killed. Nothing attacks you.
All right. Okay. So here's the thing. I still don't understand why you didn't like John Wick.
Well, we still can't go into spoilers apparently, so we'll talk backstage. But I will say that like people liked Force Awakens at first and then realized, yeah, that wasn't as good as we thought. I think that's how John Wick 4 is going to go.
I don't think you're right.
Well, we started the day on this conversation and we're ending the day on this conversation. So
That's true, but at least we don't have to jump out a window.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
What the hell is this crap? I can't smell that hair.
Did anything smell that wet part?
This is giving me ass burgers. This is disturbing. Vote for Joe Biden. I like that music. Makes me feel like I gotta be a prime minister.
Wait, did you just leave a wet fart, Mr. Biden?
That was my whole campaign.
Oh, was that a dingleberry of a campaign?
Yeah, they thought it was pistachio. Yeah, they thought it was pistachio ice cream, but it was just a wet fart.
It didn't smell like at least asparagus, at least.
Can I say that Little Mermaid sucks?
Is it because she's too wet for your liking? Or too slippery?
Yeah, she's in too much water and I can't smell any of her hair. Yeah,
Oh.
she's too wet and slippery. Yes.
Yeah, too slippery, yeah.
But not as old as that culture fellow with that horsehair.
Yeah. He weaves in and out. So there you go. Yeah.
Fade in.
Wait a minute. I hit the end, but you're still here? Go home. Come on. Go home. See you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.